Hudson lassoed by Tallis. Look at Tallis. He drags him.
But a champion becomes a legend. McCarthy Dever has won it. Got it!
Welcome back to the Reggies podcast. Here with three blokes. Could have been anything, but decided to have fun instead. Welcome back for another week. I don't know about you fellas, but that felt like a long time. To me, anyway. I don't know.
Just the one show a week, I think.
Maybe.
It was.
It just feels like
It
we
was.
were here fucking ages ago.
I was like,
But-
do you know that picture where Pablo's staring into the fucking
Yes,
the paddock?
the meme.
And then he's on a swing?
All three
I was
of
like
the
me at home
pictures.
going, what's missing?
Yeah.
Why am I so fucking just have nothing to do?
Anyway, well, that's good. It wasn't just me because I've,
It's good to be
obviously-
back.
It
yeah,
is.
had a couple of days off. I'm on shift now, so fucking working weekends and time off during
Yeah.
the week or whatever. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's just me because I've had fucking
No,
Monday, Tuesday
it's definitely
off,
the lack of punch show at the moment. I think.
Yeah,
Yes,
Big
which will,
difference.
when the punch show comes back around, we'll be fucking coming in hot
Oh,
because it's
yeah.
like you're fresh. It's like we've eased back into it.
but yeah,
You
we
know,
are. We're just
exactly,
getting
yeah.
into our work
We're
now.
easing.
Like when
We'll
you're
be
back
off-
at work for the first few weeks, you're not straight into fucking big projects and shit, eh?
Ah, well,
You're
speak
like,
for yourself, mate.
yeah, oh, fuck off.
yeah, speak for yourself.
But the
mate.
first couple of weeks is you just cruise your way back.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to go straight into a trial and then into a race
Well,
day.
first
No,
day
exactly.
back ride on site, if you're still on there, and you get your work order, you're not just going to hammer it, are you?
No, I didn't.
You're going
you gotta catch up with
fucking
everyone.
absolutely fuck the dog
And-
on that first work order.
yeah. But we spoke about it last year, but brain gout is
Yeah.
fucking heavy.
Pretty
this time
heavy
of the
after
year.
Chrissy.
Yep.
Which I
Alex.
hope everyone is settling back in, all right? I reckon about this time of fucking the month, everyone's starting to get back in.
Yeah.
You know,
If
there's
you're
still
not
be a
back
few
at work by
stragglers.
now, you've got a pretty fucking good job.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot
I
of people with the kids who are on school holidays are still, one of them has to be off. you know?
Yeah. Nah, yeah, true, actually. I never think of that shit.
No, me
I don't
neither,
have
because I was only a kid probably 3 years ago.
to- Yeah.
Josh.
Hey,
I'm still
we're
on school
drinking
holidays.
the Bare Bones Lager from Common Ground Brewing. They have come on board this year.
Yep.
We're going to work together. We have got, and this will get announced next week, we are going to do something in conjunction with Milton Common. So
Yep.
Milton Common is the bar that you can go to, spend your evening there, go get on the piss, do whatever, and then Common Ground Brewing is who brews the beers. So
That's right. Good piss too.
now,
Brilliant drop.
thanks for saying that, mate, because I really want to drive this home. This mid lager here, 3.5, so you can have fucking 6 and drive, depending on how tall you are.
Wow. Definitely breathalyze yourself if you have 6 before you drive.
It's a fair
anyway,
few.
keep going, mate.
Over 6 hours.
Yeah, right.
The Bare Bones Lager.
Straight up the guts.
We, straight away, I just want to say that we don't get a piss on here if we don't like it, because that's
No,
been
that's
one
right.
of the things that we've been like, nah, we can't go, because we've had people ask, hey, do you want to drink our beers on the show? And it's like, mate, we can't because it's shit. Like, and that's
I can't promote horse
I
piss.
can't go out and tell the Reggies, hey, I really like this, go and buy it. If I can't, you know. So the fact that this is on the show means that we like it.
Well, us three
So,
like it anyway. Look, people have got different tastes,
yeah,
but if
exactly.
you're talking about a straight up the guts lager that doesn't make you go, ugh.
Yeah, it's
It's
exactly
fucking-
right.
At the end.
And
For
I'm
me,
not.
anyway, it's
I don't have a lot of terminology for flavours, but Milton Rugby League,
Yeah,
Suncorp
yeah.
Stadium,
Oh,
and
it's
it's just
Reggie as
situated
fuck.
right
Yeah.
next to it. It tastes like State of Origin Game 3.
So yes, except last year's.
Yeah.
Get down there and have a beer, have a schooner.
Tell them we sent you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Do
so
that.
I think, like Groper said, be a few events that we'll try and do, I think,
Yep.
and that'll be the spot where we try and do them. Some other fun things that we'll have in the pipeline, but pretty much just a couple of Reggies.
He's
coming
got the
together.
private area at the bar where you can sort of hire it out to throw events and shit. So
Yep.
stay tuned next week because it's it's locked in, but just want to double lock it
Yeah.
before we go.
We
And
want
we're
to keep you on your toes.
Going to
as
give you
well.
plenty of notice as well, so that everyone can sort of make time to come and fucking have a beer. and
Fucking
have
oath, 'cause that's sort of
Or
so-
10.
have a punt too.
That's like something we haven't really done yet, hey? We've all been busy in our own lives and sort of forgot we haven't really had a proper day with
Just
all
for
the
the
Reggies
Reggies,
to
yeah.
say, oi, cunts, we're going to be here. Come get on the piss.
Yeah.
Let's go.
A very
And, like-
informal event of this is where we're all going to be, drink and
Yeah.
eat and do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
100%.
Punt.
Yeah.
Do what we do best, really.
Indeed. Righto. Let's get into the show. The cricket, boys. The women's Ashes is
Yeah.
away. Now, any chance to beat the Poms, obviously we love it.
I don't care what sport,
Did
what
you see we
gender.
got a lot of friends too, Pommy friends in the comments when we put up the fucking
Oh, plenty.
the
It's-
videos on Facebook
yeah.
and Instagram.
Look,
and that.
we don't intentionally do it, but Gilly definitely sets up a little bit of rage bait there
Oh, it riles them
for
up.
some of them. And I love reading through the comments.
Well,
and
if
some of
I
them have to
invented a
say.
game and was fucking shit at it, I'd be like that too.
Yeah, exactly. But there are a few that understand that. There are people that admit that, like, yeah, you know, it has been really tough. Last
Yeah, I
few
know, but they
years.
say they wouldn't change a thing because of the good times, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, your country's a big
Okay.
fucking shithole, so
okay.
Anyway.
probably change that.
But no, the women's Ashes. Enough
Yep.
about. We're 2-0 up. So the way they
Beautiful.
format this is I don't think that they'd get the coverage to do a 5 Test match series.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
righto.
do 3 one-day internationals,
Mm-hmm.
3 2020 internationals, and then a Test match.
Oh, yeah.
At the end, but the T20s aren't worth as many points as the Test matches, sort of thing.
Yep.
So we're 2-0 up in the one-day series.
Yep.
We got rolled for 180 today, Tuesday.
Yep.
And then bowled them out for 159.
Because it works off a point system, hey. Each
Yeah.
wins points.
So I don't know what it is for the one days or T20s or the tests, but I just know that it's
Yeah.
different points for different formats.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter when you win them all. So
No, that's true. And we dominate in the men's arena, as we know. Bilateral trophies, World Cups, but the women's arena is where we
really dominate.
like we have never not dominated.
the chicks, no cricket.
They get cricket.
Yeah.
Elise Perry, Lisa Healy,
Perry and Healy,
just to
man.
name a couple.
Oh.
They've been around since fucking I can remember.
Well, Perry is like fucking not much older than me and you, Tom. But I feel like she
Debuted
was
when she was like 17,
playing
18.
when she was 10.
Very
Well, it's
young,
probably she was a bit more advanced in women's sports before it became a thing.
Yeah.
that
Well, she was good.
funded and trained more, right?
She was I think she played at a national level,
Yeah.
soccer and cricket.
Yeah, yeah. So she
So-
was just a
She
sportswoman
did too.
Yeah,
for
that's
at a
right.
very young age, right? Where
Yeah.
like a lot of women sportsmen, I think nowadays are benefiting from people realizing that hey, girls should be able to play fucking professional sports too. But you got those picks of the litter that got. You know, I don't know if their parents put them into it early and put the work in and they just shine. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah,
She's like
yeah.
one of those, I think.
Yeah. No,
just
she's
guns at everything.
Pretty awesome.
The kid that really pissed you off growing up, for me personally, that was just good at every fucking sport. And no matter what you played, it'd be like, oh, what's this sport you're playing? Oh, I'm just going to go and be the best at it.
Yeah. She
Alex
scored a
Carey,
test.
actually.
Oh, yeah, he could have played AFL.
He fucking played for the Giants. He
Yeah.
played for GWS. Like, just
Got
people
drafted
like
there and
that.
everything.
Yeah, that are
Yeah.
just freaks.
Well, he could make a few more runs every now and then. Would be handy, actually.
Oh,
Just
mate,
go-
I reckon he's been pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
We
well,
just expect every wicketkeeper to be Gilchrist.
Yeah, true.
Well, sorry. It was the best.
He
Don't
fucking
give me
was.
the best and then give me
Yeah.
almost as good. Haddon, he was fucking unreal.
He was brilliant.
Too. And then we've just
Tim
sort of-
Payne, brilliant, but just a bit too horny.
Yeah, but
Fucking
he's
good in the
he
arse.
never scored 100.
No.
Like he was all right with the gloves. Carey's
great
glove
glove.
work is unreal. That's why he'll always be the test keeper, I reckon,
100%.
because his glove work
Pretty
is
important part.
so much better than everyone
He
else's.
is easily the best clubman in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure too. Am I right in saying it was a sellout for the first game at North Sydney Oval? How good's that?
That is
Women's
fucking
Ashes,
unreal.
Really?
ODI,
Good
day
on 'em.
game too.
North Sydney Oval is a cool cricket ground.
I think
too.
it's pretty small, but I swear I heard him say sellout. So
See, and that's the go-to. They should base it off having a bit of a forecast on what they think the numbers will be. Don't put it at like all the NRL does with games and shit. It's fucked when they put games at stadiums that they're not even going to fill a tenth of it. They could put it at a smaller ground, and the atmosphere is so much better.
it's
when
all just coin,
yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah, it
because
is.
they have all the technology there.
Yeah.
So why go put it everywhere else?
And
Yeah.
especially cricket, I find when you play at like a smaller oval, like even if it's Allan Border Field and that, like the atmosphere and vibe of longer format cricket at an oval where people are laying on
Where
the
there's a hill, yeah.
and sinking
Fuck yeah.
beers. There's something special about it.
But mate, even just any sport, I think, when you've got a packed crowd, regardless of if it's this many people or that many, when she's there and everyone's with each other and it's on,
Yeah.
fucking,
Fuck yeah.
it's just the atmosphere.
So there's a few places in the world I really, really want to watch cricket. Obviously, the Adelaide Oval, that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Going to England for an Ashes test would be just...
Be pretty cool.
Be very, very cool.
Yep.
I'd love to go to India, but they don't really get around test cricket as much as they used to. It used to be like sellouts every day, but now they just care about the IPL and they...
That's true.
and also, I don't know if I could do it over there for however long, but New Zealand, man. You go to you watch New Zealand Test cricket.
Yeah.
It is like watching it at fucking Sun Valley Oval or
the Glen.
Uralla Field, but it is just like...
Well, they don't play. They've played.
Literally all just grass. It's got the picket fence. It's
beautiful.
just... It fucking looks like local cricket,
True.
but it's international cricket.
Fucking hell.
I
reckon
thought it'd be so... I
It
reckon
is
it'd be
fucking
so good.
and it's obviously it's obvious, but New Zealand's such a lush green place. So the oval would just be so comfy. And
Yeah.
Fucking EWP out. And fucking,
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Like some of the
good.
views you've seen from like that series they played against England, like you saw the packed out crowds they were getting. That is fucking very cool.
Yeah, and the numbers wouldn't be big at all, but it's like watching your local team.
Is
Yeah,
it Cape
it's
Town
fucking-
in South Africa that has the big mountains in the backdrop? Or is that a different oval? Some of those South African
Could be.
ovals are pretty fucking cool as well.
Yeah.
We're pretty fortunate, like Aussies. Our main cricket grounds are huge, like commercialised stadiums. But yeah, you compare like South Africa, England, even New Zealand, like they've got the small ovals, which I think is so fucking
Yeah,
cool.
I reckon it's good because
It
the
is.
atmosphere is just way better.
Yeah.
I reckon it'd be a good atmosphere in the West Indies there. Just a
Oh,
couple of
yeah.
those spots. Get
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
hooter and listen to some reggae and fucking watch the boys
Few
steam
drums
in.
going, yeah.
You just got to hope that they get around the test matches. That's all.
Yeah.
You'd walk out of the oval going, yeah, man.
Yeah. Rastafari.
Well, we're going to Sri Lanka. We've got the first test in, I think it's
29th or
Wednesday
30th?
week it starts, but I could be a bit
29th
off there.
of January is the first test.
Yeah.
Yep.
So whatever day that is.
Do you want me to rattle off the team list?
Yeah, go on.
So
No
Smithy-
Cummins?
Yeah, so Paddy's an obvious one. There's a lot of talk because he's
Having a kid.
expecting his child. So Smudge is captaining and Hetty is vice
Old
captain.
cheating Sandpaper Smith is captaining.
Yeah, well, you're not a fan of it.
So, yeah, quickly.
No,
afterwards,
no,
we'll have a chat
No,
about
I'm
it.
being the fucking
Media.
Oh, typical, yeah.
the Indian
comments, yeah.
in the comments.
Mr. Cheetah Sandpaper guy.
Bob's and
Cheating
Virgin.
Sandpaper
Yeah.
Smiths, Bobs and Virginia.
Sean Abbott, the absolute bridesmaid of the Australian Test squad,
Yeah.
comes in and has a field. He's coming to Sri Lanka. I don't mind him as a cricketer, but he'll just never probably don the baggy green.
No.
Scotty Boland, that's an obvious one. Carey, obvious. Cooper Connolly, young bloke. He's been killing it in the Big Bash, but I think he did well at
He won't
Shield level
play.
for WA, but he won't play.
Cheers my ignorance. Is he a batsman?
Yeah, he.
Yeah,
I
he
don't-
bowls a bit of spin,
Okay.
Yeah.
but yeah, he's
Mostly
I just
batsman.
he's
haven't
like
seen
21.
He's
or
21,
22.
yeah.
Righto.
WA, I think he plays from the
Yeah.
Shield.
Coops.
He's been batting decent. But it's obviously a bleeding him in thing. You know,
Yeah.
they're like, this is our
Bit of
chance.
experience.
If there's any fucking series where you have a chance to bleed in young talent, it's locking in the Test Championship final already. And you've just gone, righto, well, we've got 2 tests that if
Yeah.
we don't win, it doesn't really matter. It's
No.
in Sri Lanka, 2 tests. So he'll be coming just to be a part of the experience, which I like. Thinking ahead rather than just going, oh, we'll wait till these cunts retire.
Yeah, they must have seen something in him though, because like I don't know if he's done that much.
Nah, I think he was pretty surprised to get a call up too.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of it, just
Yeah.
getting him in amongst the squad.
Yep.
Because if he fails, oh, well, at least we tried. Josh Inglis, he probably won't play either, but I wouldn't mind seeing him get a crack.
He might, if Carey's,
Yeah.
goes, oh, I'll have a spell. But in saying that, we don't play another game until the Test.
Yeah, he
Championship.
probably
Yeah,
won't.
Or no,
exactly.
do we go to the West Indies before?
Nah,
then?
we got Sri Lanka and then the Test
Yeah,
Championship
because I think we were
final.
talking about that the other day, that we
Yeah.
don't play that much before the fucking Ashes.
Yeah, we
man.
Yeah,
got
we've
3
only
more
got
tests.
that.
We got this and then yeah.
So that's why this is a brilliant chance, because there's like, if we lose, who cares? Start bleeding and giving blokes a crack, I reckon.
Bleeding.
Kawaja, he'll open. Like, he is a brilliant player in the subcontinent, plays well against spin.
Fucking let's
Constus,
hope so.
Constance will probably open too. I think it'd be stupid to drop him already. See how it goes against spin on that track.
I just feel like if they're planning on using him for the Ashes, like we just said then, you fucking want him playing as many of them as he can.
Yeah,
I know,
as
but
much.
it's literally a completely different game that he's going to go play.
Oh,
Because of the
100%.
pitch.
But
wouldn't you
it'll
rather
put
him
to
just-
test.
yeah.
I'd want him to play. It's like, are you going to give him 2 cracks and then just go?
Well, if they're
nah,
planning
nah.
on using him in the Ashes, I'd love to see him just play as many games as he can.
100%. I'll be disappointed. Like, I know this means heaps that I'll be disappointed. But if they, because there's a lot of talk about Heady opening with Khawaja because he's done it before in India and he can play against the spin well. I don't like that's not looking forward at all. Like Heady coming in after 3 wickets, he owns that spot and he's the best in the world at it. Keep it that way and keep Constance in. Like there's no need to put.
As long
Heady
as he
opening.
doesn't play how he played.
I don't think he will. I think he'll be
If
far more
I see
conservative.
reverse ramps in the first over, then fucking what are you doing, mate? Are
Yeah,
you trying to throw this away or
Yeah.
like you did it?
But that's what I mean, though.
And it worked once.
I want to see him get a chance to prove that it's like, hey, I had to try something against Bumrah. I can bat like a fucking opening test batsman. If you don't give him that chance, then we're wondering that going into the Ashes, and fuck that. You know what I mean?
We have, like, I know for a fact I haven't watched him much outside of this. Like, I didn't sit there and watch his Shield innings.
He
and that.
definitely plays his shots, but he doesn't play like that.
No way. I think MCG, that first innings was like just, what do I do? I'm on debut against Bumrah, and it worked, and everyone loved it.
It's because he
And
did
then-
the play and missed 4 times and went, fuck, well, I'm
Gotta
going to
try
something.
I'm going to nick
I'm
one
bet-
off
yeah.
here.
And it's against fucking Bumrah, so...
Oh, by the way,
who
too,
cares?
if it sounds a bit weird near, it's because there's absolutely sheeting rain.
Yeah,
Anyway.
cats and dogs. And Sydney was... The only way he could play was aggressive.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm keen to see him on this kind of
Who
pitch.
else we got? 3
Kuhneman-
spinners?
Yeah, Kuhneman's in. That I think he was always going to be a part of it. He was a part of India last time.
Yep.
Marnus, yep, that's obvious. Gary, obvious. McSweeney back in.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
if
like
he will
that.
play, but I do like. He definitely didn't deserve to be dropped out of the squad completely.
If they were going to take Connolly, they should be taking him. And they
Exactly.
have, so.
I think that's Constance, Connolly, and McSweeney. That's looking at 3 batsmen that are going to come in the next few
Well,
years.
that innings that he did with Marnus to survive and last, and I think, did he make 50?
Made
Nah,
40.
yeah,
40 something. I
39
think that
something.
makes him deserve to fucking at
Yeah.
least get
I think he
something.
deserves to have a crack against someone else rather than Bumrah, who was
Yeah.
probably had the best bowling series in fucking forever.
The rash.
And then Todd Murphy, goggles, he'll obviously play against the spin. Starkey and the slug from Snug, Bowie Webster.
So we've only got. We're probably going to play Starkey.
Stark and Boland maybe, 2
Oh, we've got
seamers.
Scotty Boland, yeah.
Because Hazelwood's still injured.
No Hazelwood, no Cummins,
So-
but that's fine because we'll be playing minimum 2 spinners,
Yep.
possibly only Stark with 3 spinners.
Yeah, there's
Right.
every chance that Kuhneman, Gaz, and
Or we
Goggles
just play Boland with 3 spinners.
Yeah.
Like, whichever.
But
Yeah.
so it's pretty. There's not too many crazy shots.
They
in
might
there,
play
but-
one each. Who knows? The fast bowlers. Because
Yeah.
they have had a big summer. Like
Oh,
5
fuck
tests
yeah.
back to back. I know Boland didn't play them all,
And
but
Starkey
Stark
was
played all of them.
worse for wear by.
He was
Sydney.
getting there,
He
yeah.
was
So
definitely getting there.
why, like for people who might not know why the pitches are like they are in Sri Lanka, why is it suited more to the spinners?
Well, just the conditions that the groundsmen have got to deal with, I suppose.
Yep.
No moisture in
so
the
why is it
wickets.
just real dry, crumbly
Yeah.
sort of?
Dry, dusty, hard, and the ball.
They'll just be like, you'll notice when you're watching the ball and you'll just see this puff of dust when the
Yeah.
ball hits the ground
Yep.
and you just know that it's
Grip.
eaten in and just
Yeah,
spinning.
yeah,
It
And
doesn't-
then it'll keep low
Yeah.
and the next one, well, most of them will keep low
Yep.
and then one every now and then might just jump out of the
Yeah.
ground.
Isn't
off
it
the
more
spinners.
that it's way better for spinners, or is it pretty shit for fast bowlers? Are those
it's
conditions?
just way
do
better
they?
for spinners.
Yeah.
If you're a
Hard
brilliant
to bowl
fucking
fast.
seamer
Yeah, yeah.
and swing bowler, like obviously a player like Bumrah who's born and lived in those conditions,
Yeah.
he kills it. Paddy Cummins still bowls reasonably
Yeah,
well.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
all still do okay,
Yeah.
but
But you just benefit from being a spinner.
you could
then.
probably
100%.
bowl 20 overs as a pace bowler and go for fuck all runs.
Yeah.
But you like it's honestly when the pitch is on, the spinners look like getting a wicket every ball.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
like it's
daunting.
so hard.
You just
Yeah.
you can't predict how much the ball is going to turn.
yeah,
no
one
matter-
might just go straight,
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
might turn a mile, the next one fucking goes and hits you on the big toe and it landed halfway down
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like it's
So
hard.
anytime you play in India, Pakistan, or Sri Lanka, you're stacking up the spinners in your squad.
Yeah,
and at
fucking
least
right.
seeing on the day, like, right, how many we're going to play? We're doing 3, we're doing 2.
It's
Yeah.
where India have got a real, obviously, upper hand because they play there.
Yeah.
But having Jadeja, who bats 6
Yeah.
and bowls
That's why he's so fucking
really good
Yeah.
spinners, that they can play 2 seamers and 2 other spinners as their 4 bowlers.
Yeah.
And then they got him as the 3rd spinner.
Do you
And
reckon
he'll-
they've made their pitches like that because they're not athletically built?
No,
and
they
that their
just-
spin
it's-
bowling is
It's just
fucking-
because they're close
It's the
to the
conditions
yeah.
fucking that they
Well,
get.
they're
fed up
fucking
with.
lucky, aren't they?
Yeah.
Aren't
It's
they?
goat
shit, I
tracks.
reckon. They
Yeah.
fucking suck to play on
Because
there.
Yeah.
fuck, all of them would be able to bowl fast.
Yeah.
You may as well
They
fuck-
come out here and they don't know what to fucking do half
Yeah.
the time, like because the ball's up at their neck and they go, "What's
Oh,
going
man.
on here?"
I don't know if I said this before,
This
but
is like going back 20 years.
if
Obviously,
you
they can do
imagine
it.
being in Bumrah's position, who is the best pace bowler,
Yeah,
and best
apart from
seamer
him,
in the fucking
yeah.
world right now, and he's that good on goat tracks. He must come here on a bouncy, pacey pitch and just cream in his fucking little Indian.
It was
jocks.
actually
Yeah.
cool seeing him talk with Brett Lee. Did you watch that little bit?
No.
I must have stumbled across it just scrolling. And
Bit of doom
they were
scrolling.
talking to each other, and Bumrah was saying he tried to copy like Brett Lee's action. He tried to copy a couple of other growing up and stuff actions.
Yeah.
And then ended up just finding that his was just like
just-
he
just
just
worked.
figured it
Chose
out
something
himself.
random.
And
I
it
did
fucking
see that, and
it works.
He said,
pretty cool.
He tried when he was coming up through the professional ranks to get a genuine fast run up, and he didn't generate any more speed at
Yeah.
all or any more pace. So he went, well, why would I run when I can just preserve my energy?
Yeah, exactly.
And just absolutely annihilate 140 clicks.
You'd
out
think
of
he'd
my
be able to
elbow.
bowl like longer spells because he isn't running in, but I think the force that goes through the crease,
Hyperextension
like,
and
fucking
shit, it
hell.
would take its fucking
Yeah.
toll.
Yeah, and he done a Hartledge in the 5th test.
Yeah, he'll never live that down.
Yeah,
You
Le-
quit.
He quit.
You fucking quit.
They lost because, well, I don't want to say because he would have beat you anyway.
I had a
but-
little spasm.
Yeah. Like he probably just went to take
So,
a bit
yeah.
of shit.
What do we reckon? We go Kawaja, Constas,
Mm-hmm.
Labuschagne, Smith, Head,
Yep.
Webster, Carey, and then
And then whatever
I'd
the
say-
fuck.
whatever's going on. We'll either play Stark
Yeah.
and Boland and either Kuhneman and Gary,
Yeah.
or we'll play
Do you think Kuhneman...
Murphy, Kuhneman.
Yeah.
I reckon they'll play the left armour over Todd Murphy for
Okay,
sure.
yeah. Well, that's true, because if you have Gaz and Todd Murphy, it's just carbon
2
copies.
offies, yeah. So they'll play the left arm spinner and Gaz.
Yep.
Gaz should be ready to just bowl 100
Well,
overs.
well,
Oh,
if
he's
you
had a
went,
pretty
if you
quiet
went those
summer.
two, you've got, and then you went fucking Stark and Boland. You've got a left arm pace,
Yeah.
right arm pace, fucking, and then the same with the spin. It's
As
probably
well
a
as
pretty
Bo
good
Webster
option.
can hold down and end.
Yeah, that's a
over
good
there
call.
too.
100%.
Great call.
So
They'll
if you wanted
probably-
to just do one seamer, like if you
Yeah.
just did bowl,
Yeah.
I think Stark will. He opens with a new
Big
rock.
Bowie might be opening the bowling.
Yeah,
Oh.
imagine that. So, like, if you did Boland and Webster, I don't know. I feel like you'd do Stark. If you're going to do one seamer,
It's just
Yeah.
having
it
that
would be
extra
Stark.
just bit of shit and pace and fucking
Yeah,
left
yeah,
arm.
it
And
Oh,
is,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
making the openers go,
Open him with
and
a new rock.
honestly, he'll only bowl fucking 10
Yeah,
overs.
that's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
But
And
he's
you go,
just
"Righto,
there for
boys,
that new ball.
See you later, yeah.
The first over, it might hoop in and he might get a wicket early,
Mm.
and then the spinners will do the rest.
Once the ball wears down, he'll be sitting down a fucking cow.
Who
corner.
knows? Maybe they've just fucking got that much moisture into these things and they've made absolute roads.
Get over there, it's just a
have
fucking
we?
green top.
What's the time difference?
I don't
Sri
think
Lanka
it's
It's
to
not
us.
too bad.
Isn't
too
it?
far
We'll
off.
play
That's
like
pretty good.
first ball will get bowled at 8 o'clock or something
Oh yeah,
at night.
yeah, probably.
So, no, sorry, 2 in the RV.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
It'll be like
and
2
it's
or
into
3
the
in the
night, so
RV into
people
the
who
night.
finish work can fucking watch a
Yeah.
fair few
I think
overs.
They're
that's-
5 hours behind us.
Yeah,
That's
so
great.
if it's a 10 a.m. first ball over there,
She's
it'll
2.
be 3 p.m.
It's pretty much a day and night
10-3,
test for
sorry.
us.
Yeah, good
yeah,
maths.
day
is
night
good.
test.
But at the
Perfect.
moment,
That's
what I
awesome.
last read is that no company, like broadcasting
I did
company,
read this.
has picked up the rights yet to stream it in Australia. So Fox,
Yeah.
Channel 7, Channel 9, no one's picked it up yet.
Well, I might
so-
get
But
on
that
to
was last week though.
Yeah,
so I don't know
a
if
lot can
something's
change
happened.
soon, surely.
But I listened to a bit of ABC
Can't. If
radio.
we can't watch it, that would be the biggest carry.
Stewie
on.
Clark's going over for the ABC, mate,
Oh,
so
yeah,
we can
right.
listen.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, we'll just nestle into the couch, grab the popcorn, and have a good old fashioned listen. Kids, shut up! The test is on!
Take you back to your roots.
Nah, you'd think like that would be the first series in a long time that hasn't been televised. It'll
No
have
matter
to be.
what,
Someone
yeah.
will
It has to be, dude.
Most of
Are
the
you
time,
kidding? Today's day and
they'll
age,
do it.
there'll be an app or something you
Surely
can fucking...
Fox.
Yeah.
Like it's always been in the past that like
We'll be
overseas,
on fucking VIPro.net
Oh,
trying to watch
yeah.
it in Sri Lanka.
cracked
Yeah,
streams.
yeah, that's right. Never heard of that actually, Jace. I don't know what
Cracked
that is.
streams.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no
just
idea.
made that up. It's just,
Yeah, it'd be a good name for a stream though.
It would.
If you wanted to watch
It makes
something and
sense,
not pay
doesn't
for
it? Yeah, exactly.
Boys, I've actually been enjoying the Big Bash this year. Like,
Me
I
too,
know,
actually.
I know we've like, obviously the test is the pinnacle, and I think it always will be. I hope it always will be. Will be for me. But I think just the timing of when the games are on. So, like for me, cook dinner, you know, for the kids and that, put them to bed, and I've got a few hours when it's just me and the missus or whatever,
Yeah,
and it's
you
just
can
the perfect time to chuck the T20 on. I'll have a little $5 or $10 multi on. You know,
Makes
chuck
you
a few
enjoy the
different
game a little
legs,
bit more
gets
too.
you invested, gives you the shits when old mate gets out straight away. But I mean, and then it's done before you go to bed.
Yeah.
And it's on pretty much every night.
I don't.
been good.
I don't have that luxury of. I've got the luxury of not having to cook dinner for the kids and put them to bed.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not like, yeah, Dale, we'll just nestle in and watch the Big
Yeah.
Bash every night.
Oh, mate, you work night shift. You can do nothing. You can watch it then.
Well, we've got a couple of TVs, and the missus gets right into her audio books, and she's always fucking around with something. So
You quickly
Yeah.
straight on.
That's
yeah,
the game.
but,
No, I do
I just
agree.
mean it is a good. It's and for me too.
I
It's
have
not
it up
like
on the
I'm
phone,
glued.
basically.
It's not like I'm glued to every ball. It's
Yeah.
just having it on, and you might go and do something, but you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, come
At this
back.
time of the
been
year,
enjoying it.
Well,
it's probably when I like enjoy it and watch it the most because I've just been watching Test cricket for 2 months and I'm just so cricket fixated and I'm like, fuck, what do I do for 3 or 4 weeks? Oh, watch the Big Bash, and then you've got the big names returning.
Yeah.
Smudge,
Well,
Bo Webster.
let's get
Edge,
into a bit of
yeah,
smudge
let's,
work.
let's get into that.
121 or 123 or whatever it was,
Just
not out.
smudged them all around the
Off
ground.
50 odd balls. There was a 55 metre boundary, so look, we'll knob him, but we won't just sit
We're
here
not going
and
to
knob.
shit all over him, yeah.
55 metres is absolutely ridiculous for a game of fucking cricket
It's-
at national level, would you call it, or a state
It's
level?
national, yeah.
Whatever, national
Yeah,
level.
yeah,
it's
it's
the
national.
national T20 comp.
yeah.
Quino, can you please get me another beer?
And
mate?
you've got a 55 metre boundary. Stop it.
And it was
Yeah.
at Sydney as well, wasn't it?
Hey, Quino, there's 4 in the freezer, mate, that we don't want to explode.
We would have definitely forgotten about them too.
freezer, mate. Whichever the coldest is, please, mate.
It'll be the freezer. Yeah, so, and then obviously Smudge goes back from just battling his hole out against Bumrah to a bit of Pieville.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been eating healthy all summer, have you? Well, have some fucking pastries, son. How does
big
20
cheese and
overs
bacon.
full of pies sound, brother?
Mushy peas, mashed potato, cheese and bacon, the
That
whole
curry,
fucking bacon.
No curry, actually.
Yeah,
no
no.
curry. He's
Fuck
fucking
no.
full of
Zero
curry.
curry
Fucking
pies.
chucking them.
Doesn't want any more
Siraj
curry.
got them covered.
Oh, I'm going
He's
down.
going down. You've finally been hit with the
Breaking it
sinks.
with the curry.
Bad case of the sinks.
The seat just sunk for everyone not watching. But it was a great innings.
Yes.
Do you know what I want to make a little point of, though, is the run chase that the Scorchers put on? Because they scored 206 in reply, and that would not have been... Obviously, you can go out there all guns blazing and get skittled for 80 or whatever and go, oh, look, we got flogged, but we were chasing a massive total. We gave it a crack. To get 206 and only just go down, great
Yeah.
effort from them. And then I think it was the very next night when, quote, Darren Lehman said the best pitch... Just remember, this bloke played international cricket for Australia and coached.
And coached, yeah.
He has seen a lot of cricket. He has coached teams all over the world. Best pitch he's ever seen, he said, for the Adelaide Oval.
They do produce great
Strikers
pitches.
versus the Heat. Best deck he's ever seen. And Matt Short went, That's true. I'm going to score a quick fire 100 and we're going to put 252 on in 20 overs against the Heat.
Absolutely.
Just a fucking
skittled them.
bloodbath. It was none for whatever the fuck it was after 13 overs and I'm going, holy
At one point, I thought they were on track for a 300.
Didn't
They
help
were.
me. I had a little multi on there, a few wicket takers. Nah.
Again, though, the Heat did nothing like spectacular at all in the run chase, and they got 195. So
McSweeney had a
an
decent
absolute
knock.
road.
Yeah, it
that
was.
thing.
Yeah. Which, though, entertainment-wise, fucking every
Yeah.
now and again, the bowlers just fucking get the pitches all the time
Yeah,
nowadays.
now
So,
they do, yeah.
so every now and again, you want to see a big, filthy couple of scores
Yeah,
and a
you
heap of
do.
sixes, don't you?
Not as many pies, but just
Every now
a
and again.
road.
Can we mention our mate Linny for his fucking?
Oh, mate.
Yes, we can.
Hang on. I'll just get what he made.
He's
so that I can-
he's really wound the clock back, though. Like,
Christopher.
He's had a fucking couple of good knocks.
Just
and one of the most
ultimate-
Reggiest moves, which I reckon has put him in fucking top spot for captain
So
of the
Reggie folklore.
just a quick 47 off 20. So he's only faced 20 rocks. Went at 235 strike rate. And then just thought, you know what? We've got 250 on the board. I'm not the greatest mover in the field. The hammy's a bit tight. there.
boys.
Can someone go field for me?
I fucking love that. That's got Sunday Reggie's cricket all over
That's
it.
experience, mate. That's
The
experience.
hammy.
Then
oh,
what are they
mate.
going to say?
It's got me, uncle.
So they're going to go, oh, no, get out there. Go, fuck off, cunt. I literally owned this league for about 6 years.
Yeah, I'll do it a
Yeah,
lot.
no, that's fair enough.
It's got a bit Uncle Glenn about it, though. Christmases as a kid, that grub used to come in and bat and not field or bowl. Still
You've
scarred
got to
by it.
earn, in backyard cricket, you've got to earn your way into a bat.
You got to
Like you've got to field for a while,
Yeah.
you get a bowl, and then once you get that wicket from bowling,
Yeah,
you've
Dad
earned
gives you
your
the
shots to
nod.
bat.
You want to bat, mate?
Yeah,
We
get up,
just,
mate.
uh,
Yes.
We were speaking about this the other day. Me and a couple of mates obviously reconvened after Christmas. Everyone's been away and playing backyard cricket with the family. And there's this one fella that's that I know as well. My mates, fucking cousins. And they go, oh, you know what he's like? And I'm like, oh, yeah, because we've played some Boxing Day cricket down the beach and that. And you know how, like, you'll hit a few and then you might just whack a catch at someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
No,
getting a bit
yeah,
keep it
bored.
interesting.
Or you'll bowl a few and then throw it to some other guy. This bloke just puts the rear guard up
Oh, you're kidding.
and just will not get out.
Oh, wow. How old is he?
Oh, our age. Like
no
a couple
fucking
years
way.
younger than me and you, Tom.
Mate.
And I just reckon it is the funniest shit. Every
That
time
is.
I hear the story, I
You're
just
not
laugh.
there to see out the new ball.
Because
You're
they
there to
get the
have a bit of fucking
shits,
fun.
but I
That is
just
so
laugh
funny.
and go, that is awesome. Because it's true. Like, there's not even a thought of, I'll just nick one
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Make it interesting and make one of the boys dive to the right or something.
It's
Yeah.
proper
But you
like,
know, yeah,
rear guard.
old Joe's sitting back with a stub in the hand. I'm hitting it straight at the cunt,
Fuck
watching
yeah.
him catch it.
Oh, you're not looking?
Yeah.
Bang, I'll hit one straight to you. But the perfect
That's
solution
awesome.
is tipsy run.
Yeah, but that's it. I think that's in. Or maybe it wasn't.
If
It's
any
Christmas or
time
whatever,
it
but-
hasn't like been said yet, and there's some fuckhead out there, oh, just getting me eye in, boys. It's like, nah, tipsy run.
Oi,
You want to defend
actually,
it at your toes? You're
great-
fucked.
great
Silly
story.
mid on, bang. yeah.
Great story
Problem
on
solved.
the old tipsy run. We used to play heaps of cricket at primary school. There was this perfect tree for stumps. And fucking Tom and I used to just tipsy it and run every cunt out until we were batting together.
You scums. No one would have wanted to fucking bat with you.
Just
fuck 'em.
tipsy until we'd be batting together, and then just same thing, just cream.
I'd Graver played shots and I'd block them. I just
Look, I respect the hustle, but
man.
it's scummy.
It's a bit like when we used to play fucking handball, man,
Yeah.
in high school, and there'd be the 4 squares.
Yep.
And if fucking me and him got into the 2 top ones,
Just grub
we'd
every
just
cunt.
Ace and king.
serve these perfect serves to
Yep.
each other,
And
so you
just
could just
cream 'em.
just
Yep.
cream them, and
Just
everyone
fuck 'em
would just
off.
get
No,
out.
Fuck
I
off,
do.
mate.
I respect Ace do the same. When you had a mate and you were in both an Ace and King, and some little cunt steps up to dunce, you're just like, get
Yeah,
fucked.
and then you just serve it up to your mate, and he just busts.
Yeah, on
Yep.
your bike, cunt.
Here you go, mate.
There'd be
Fucking
this
cream.
huge line of
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
Anyway, we've got a bit off track there.
But
The
yeah,
Big Show. The Big Show
Oh, the
saved.
catch.
He saved the Stars season the other night when they were 7 for 70, and he made 90 off 50 balls.
Very
Just
impressive.
single-handedly, he hit 10 sixes in his 90. That's fucking
He's aging like fire.
60 runs, boys.
Do you
if
know
you didn't
what?
know.
Do you know what hurt me? I don't know. It's not all about me and my bets, but I'm saying the game
This is
before.
the third time you've brought this up.
The game before. Game before, I had him for 50 and 4 sixes and 4s and shit. And then the next game he does that.
90
It's
with 10.
You just always roundabouts the.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it's because you
But
stopped
it was
them,
pretty
remember,
fucking
Tom?
impressive though.
Yeah, it was. Well, he's 90 out of 160, and then they've bowled the Renegades out. In that same game, fucking you see old mate Steckety used to play for the Heat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Bowled a 10 ball over because he bowled 4 wides in his first. He started with 3 wides back to back.
Fuck
They
me.
were none for 3 off none, chasing 160.
You drug test that cunt.
10 ball over, got out of it pretty good, ended up with 5 for 17.
Yeah. He ended up having a brilliant. If you just
Old
looked at
How's
his.
that after the start?
It was a 10 ball, 2 wicket first over, I should say.
Steckety is one of those fucking niche big bash players that you forget about until you see something like that. You're like, oh, fucking hell, he's still in the big
Just
bash.
quickly though, Maxwell's catch, man.
Oh, yeah.
That cunt. Like, there's a couple of blokes spring to mind with, like, in the field. Jordan Silk is
Yeah, he's
fucking
unreal.
phenomenal
He's
in the
always
field.
been
And then
brilliant.
Maxi, he's fucking pretty good as
Yeah.
well.
That one will go down as one of the best, if not the best, big bash catch of all
Yeah,
time.
Silky's probably got it, I reckon.
Just
the
that-
first
yeah.
2 even. 'Cause
He's if you're looking at the best, Silky's up there. Remember the one McSweeney got a while ago when he had the big fucking long curls? No, and he was
I
out
don't
and
remember
about- he
McSweeney
did
with those curls, eh?
When I saw it, and I do not remember
I've
it
seen the
happening.
picture, yeah.
And seeing the video, and I saw it years ago, 2-3 years ago, whenever it happened, and I was like, what a fucking catch. And now I know who McSweeney is with his short normal hair. I go, what the fuck? I don't
Looks
remember
very
those locks.
professional.
But anyway, the one where he jumped up one-handed, the big fucking mark out in the boundary was. It saved a fucking 6, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and he caught it,
in the
yeah.
air. It was fucking remarkable.
Warner is fucking killing it.
He's going
because,
really
like,
well
really
on it.
consistent.
Yeah.
Like, as in fucking just.
He had the
doing
most
his thing,
runs
eh?
there at one point. Scoring
He's going
runs.
real
yeah.
well. Sids, 140 Ks
Saw
an
that.
hour at 40 years old.
That was that
It's
same
impressive.
game where they've got out of it, like got to 160, have to win to save the season, and Sids has just fired right up.
Yeah, yeah.
It was still of old. You know, when
Clocking
he used to get that
140.
fucking fire in his eyes. I used to love watching him get
I
G'd
thought
up.
he wanted to fucking go to Sri Lanka for a minute.
He probably would if they asked him to as well.
I've got to admit, when I found out he was a vegan that was addicted to cock-shaped foods, I was a bit.
Bananas, yeah.
I was a
20
bit like,
bananas a
"Oh,
day."
mate." Like,
Yeah.
like
Reportedly.
proper vegan.
Yeah,
I remember
for a
the,
while now too.
And then I think about his hat trick and I think, I love him.
But it works for
Yeah.
him, you know. Like, obviously, he might have some fucking
It's-
stomach issues.
Look,
or
if
whatever.
Siddle was a bang average bowler that played 4 or 5 tests, we could rip into him. But
Oh, that's
he's
right.
brought us so many good
But
memories.
and the other thing is
and a hat trick
too,
on his
I've only
birthday.
found out because people have told me, and that's
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it's all good because it's not like he's having an interview and he goes. It's like the religious people who go.
Yeah.
First thing they say, it's like just like to thank me bananas for keeping me fucking healthy.
I'd like to thank
Yeah.
plant-based
you know,
foods.
Yeah, that's right. So
The,
he's just doing his thing, and
The,
good on the Sids.
there is a great photo actually of him with just.
Oh, he's got the
He's
fucking
like
bunches
laying
around
on his
head.
back,
Yeah.
and the photographer's above him, and there's just bananas.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Just riding
So
it.
good. 20 a day is actually fucking insanity.
He would do it for like he'd have some fucking. He might have IBS or something. you
Yeah,
know,
oh
and
man,
fucking
and that's
does
what
it.
I mean about like I was obviously joking before,
Yeah, yeah.
because of I give them shit all the time.
The only reason not the poor old vegans, I fucking get shits at them so hard, is the ones that just ram it down your throat because of the animal killing.
Mate, it's like
Whereas old mate's probably got a fucking shit bowel.
yeah, and he goes,
can't eat
I feel
meat."
good.
Yeah.
I feel good on the veggies.
Yeah.
I'm going
I
to
feel
keep doing
bright.
it.
Yeah.
I love potassium. I can
mate-
bowl 140 Ks and I got a hat trick on my birthday.
It's not just vegan shit too, though. It's like a carnivore diet cunt who's turbo about that's
Yeah,
annoying
oh,
as
yeah.
fuck too.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just anything. Anything
Yeah.
that someone's too turbo
Yeah.
about, shut up,
Old
cunt.
mate.
They've got to cut
Old
their
mate
steak
with-
up on a chopping board and shit and post photos.
What's
Look at
old
Yeah,
it.
mate?
allergics to China as
Yeah.
well, plates. Fuck that, I'm eating
What's
it on a
old
board.
mate with the who always just what's that fighter's name? UFC fighter who just fucking everything is just straight to religion.
Jesus. There's heaps of them,
You bring
dude.
him up
Bryce
all the-
Mitchell?
Bryce
Yeah,
Mitchell.
oh,
There he is.
fuck. Yeah,
He
Bryce
doesn't
Mitchell.
believe in seatbelts or something.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, mate, it's just any cunt like that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
but
anyway,
anyway.
we've got distracted again. But yeah, Big Bash. It's been fucking good, boys.
has been good.
It's filled a little void for
Yeah.
me anyway.
A little void.
Until Sri Lanka.
Someone said that there's only like a month or not even until the first fucking trial game or something in the NRL.
Yeah.
Too. So,
Boys, see, and we're nearly there. We've forgotten about it for a while. We've been distracted. And here it is, creeping up.
Yeah.
Creeping. I'm
Just
fucking
as you're getting
pumped.
settled into the year and
But it's
working
because the
again.
cricket season's gone too so quick as well. Because we had so much fun listening to it, or watching it.
Fucking oath, man. I can't stress enough how that worked out with those couple of tests when I could actually watch them. I was so pumped.
It's a
Boxing Day
memorable-
test, I'll never forget
Yeah,
that test.
memorable summer of cricket.
So I'm just going to take you to a few. This would be nightmarish for like anyone who didn't play for Australia but played international cricket for another team.
Yep.
This would be nightmare stuff for like late 90s, early 2000s teams that came to Australia. The score is first innings, none for 109. Australia's batting. It's a screenshot of a test match. Australia's batting. It's none for 109. Big Haydos and Langer, I assume, are batting.
yeah.
Occupying.
None for 109. Day one of the test. Oh, shit. We're none for already. And then it's got like who's in next down the bottom of the picture. And it's Ponting, Mark Waugh, Steve Waugh, Damien Martin.
Oh, fuck, man.
And it's none for 100. And you just go,
Well,
Can you imagine the
we've ruined our
deep breaths
chance.
they'd be having in the field? Just like,
yeah,
one-
this shit again.
There's like the obvious ones there with Punter and the Waugh brothers, but having Damien Martin coming
At
in
6.
that late and he just goes, he does the old, I'm just going to throw me bat out very nice and gentle and you're
just
going to
cream
watch it go to the
Yeah.
fucking road.
And I assume like Healy might have still been wicket keeping, but imagine a year or two later and Gilchrist is at 7 and you just
it doesn't
go.
matter which one you get and two of the best wicket keepers of all time.
So yeah, a bit of nightmare stuff for
That is,
some old early 2000s teams, I reckon.
you'd
Yeah.
be tossing and turning going
And
to
then
sleep.
speaking of teams, Tommy Miles done something for us this week, which is good.
yeah, he's been doing fuck all.
He's he sent that screenshot of Australia's best Test 11 of the 21st century. So that's a big fucking like red highlighted bit is 21st century.
25
so
years.
Straight
Last
away,
25 years.
you don't have like the Chappells or
Bradman.
Alan Border or fucking the Waugh brothers.
The
and
Waugh
shit
brothers
like
were in the
that.
back end, so you don't really...
Right
yeah.
at the back. So yeah. And that was when they weren't in their prime.
So when someone's going, where the fuck's DK Lilly?
yeah, which is
yeah.
a good shout.
Yeah.
And it starts with Big Doss, Matty Hayden. Have to have him in. To open the batting and average 50 is bullshit.
30
you
Test
should not
hundreds as
be
well,
allowed-
didn't you
yeah.
get?
You shouldn't be allowed to do that.
Just who he is as a bloke, he's there for me.
Yeah,
He is
yep.
just a fucking legend.
Oh, he's the
Yeah.
epitome of a baggy green. Just
Yeah.
a big, burly fucking cricketer.
I'll just rattle the whole team
yeah,
off.
rattle it
because
off and then
like-
we'll discuss it.
Because I would change something.
Yep.
Warner is his opening partner.
Yep.
Ricky Ponting, bats at 3, no-brainer. Steve Smith at 4, no-brainer. Michael Clark at 5, Hussey at 6, Gilchrist at 7, Paddy Cummins, Shane Warne, Mitchell Johnson, Glenn McGrath, and Nathan Lyon, 12th man. Like, there's fuck all you'd
God,
change,
that's
but
such a
there's
fucking
like
good team.
maybe would you split Doss and Langer up?
No,
Like,
thank you. I'm glad you said that. I don't even know Langer's stats. All I know
He scored 2,300s.
All I know is that Dawson Langer.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Warner.
It'd
I'm
be-
sorry, mate.
yeah.
You've been really good, but Dawson Langer.
Yeah.
If you're basing players, like if this is just a merit team and basing it off their own merit, I'd argue Warner has to be in there because for a long few years there was who the fuck's our openers, where's the little void? And he come in and he held that down. He was aggressive. He changed a lot of the way people saw the new ball in cricket.
And he's a left-hander too.
28, was it 28 centuries he ended up finishing with? Was it that many?
I think if it wasn't if Doss and Langer didn't have such a good
So
thing
many
together,
partnerships, yeah.
I think it'd be different.
Oh,
but I
man.
just think looking at it, I go, oh,
If
The
you had-
only reason I'd argue for Langer as well is we don't only play in Australia.
Yeah.
And Warner was
struggled
so bad overseas.
Yeah. If
So-
you're taking this team, literally hypothetical, they're all in their prime and you're going to put them together, you're picking JL and Matty Hayden. But
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Based off merit and careers, I'd pick Warner over JL.
Yeah.
Very close.
So there you go. There's one talking point. And then
Yep.
you got Punter and Smith.
that's just Whoever doesn't, yeah.
Yep.
Two best since
And
Batman.
then Clark, like, I'm thinking there's no one else that can go there.
Nah,
other
you
than Pup.
or
Maybe-
whoever. Yeah,
He
no.
only just didn't average 50. Like, he was just under.
He was
he
our
played
captain.
115 tests. He was captain. He was a really
Yeah.
good captain too,
He
by
was.
the way.
He was brilliant.
He was bred to do it. Like,
Yep.
they blooded him
From a
in
young age,
That's
young
right.
pup.
Yeah.
He was a part of that fucking.
He
Like,
got. I
those-
remember he got dropped must have been in between 2005 2006. He got dropped. They bought him back for the 06 07 Ashes,
Yes.
and since then
he was a
never
part of
looked
that
back,
team
so-
that just had so much success.
He's
and
in.
then they handed it to him and said, "Move
Mr.
forward."
Cricket.
mate,
Mr.
Gotta be
Cricket.
Hussey.
unbelievable.
Fucking-
Like, didn't play a game.
I love him.
test until he was 30 or more.
Yep.
And then averaged 50, 19 test hundreds in fucking 70 tests.
And
or
just
something.
lives and breathes
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Like,
There's a
can,
reason he's called.
can shut his eyes and pick up 4 bats that almost weigh the same, and he can tell you the weight difference,
Yeah.
like in a couple of
It's
inches.
one of the, like, not one of the biggest what ifs, but you just think about the class of cricketers we had that held him out from
Oh,
not
yeah,
debut
exactly.
until he was 30.
So that's what got me thinking. I'm
Yeah.
like, who else would be in there? But yeah, like Martin and that. I don't know. That's
Longevity.
That's probably the only one you could argue is Martin or
I don't
something.
know.
But
I'd
he
go
retired
with-
in 2006.
I'd have him
Yeah.
straight where he is.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
If you think about what Hussey's done for the amount of time in that 25-year
Yeah.
period we're talking, it's got to be Mr.
Gilly, obviously.
Yeah, don't even try and convince me that.
Well,
there's-
the only other
No way.
possible one would be Haddon, and he's streets away. So
And he was still fucking brilliant.
exactly,
Yeah.
nothing away from him. I like Cummins at 8. I
Yep,
do. because
straight up and down,
He's fucking average with the ball is so good.
Well,
Yeah.
it's second
Elite.
to McGrath.
Yeah.
he's fucking
He-
consistent
yeah.
too. Like he'll always be steaming in, eh?
And
Yeah.
now that we're getting into the bowlers, when we talk about a lot now, our quartet that we've currently got, Stark, Hazelwood, Cummins, Gaz, and you compare it with Gillespie, Warne, Binger, and McGrath. And like for me, Glenn McGrath and Paddy Cummins are two of the like carbon copy, just line and length and economical fucking bowlers. You cannot not have both them two. Like they're such a
3 of
easy
them are
comparison for
like
me.
2 of them are obviously. There's no even need to discuss Warne and McGrath.
No,
they're in.
no, that's right.
But then, yeah,
Brett Lee for me, I used
Yeah,
to,
I know.
I used to love him. Like
but he
I
used to just leak runs.
No, I
He did.
know,
But he'd
I
take
know.
wickets. So.
It's that, and Johnson brings that left hand attack, like
Yeah.
having that left hand bit of pace. But
He's
I,
a definite argument for me. Like,
well,
I
that's
love
what.
him,
but that's the
ya?
spot for me. Like I see Warren, see McGrath, it's cemented. I like Pat Cummins, but then I look at Mitch Johnson and I go,
Yeah.
I'm not like that with him.
Nah.
And then I go, who did I used to love? Brett Lee was one of them, so that's in the conversation for me.
Yeah. He's
Is
got
Brett
that
Lee.
extra pace
Yeah,
like Johnson had.
and just used to.
I
be
just don't know if
aggressive.
you can put him in on the back of 2 fucking unreal series. That's all.
No, but like you
No,
dive a
I'm the
bit
same.
deeper
Yeah.
into stats and shit. And what I just said about comparing Cummins and McGrath, the exact same comparison is Mitchell Johnson and Binger. They were that fucking quick bowler
Yeah.
and that enforcer that terrified. But I would probably take Mitchell Johnson. He
Yeah.
averaged a little bit better than Binger,
Yeah.
and I think he took a few more wickets. But just that absolute fucking fear factor for those few series, and like 2010 to 2015, I just think like that
You're
is
almost
just a bit
taking
over
him
Binger.
on that
Because-
one series.
yeah,
I
and
think-
he can.
And you probably could.
In terms of like, if you're trying to win an actual test with this team, he can bat pretty well. Like
If
he
you
was
can
very
go,
handy with the bat.
if you go, righto, he's a perfect bowler. If you go, right, we can afford to give up a few runs here, but we need a fucking wicket.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Well, that's-
we
yeah.
don't mind going for a few, get us a wicket.
Yeah.
And then he might go for a few
And
boundaries,
everyone kind of
and then-
needs that in their quartet.
I know.
Like you have
That's
that
what
one
Lee was
absolute.
as well.
I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
nostalgic shit. I just remember sitting there with the old boy
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Lee. I would personally
chainsaw.
just that's
Oh,
what
dude.
just fucking that's what I mean.
Binger
Like,
is one of my fucking favorite bowlers I've
yeah.
ever seen.
If I think Johnson being left-handed adds a lot to
Yeah.
a bowling quartet, but I don't know, just Brett
Yeah.
Lee's fucking.
Well,
cool.
they're
If it
like,
was white ball cricket, I'd take Binger.
But that's
any
the only,
fucking
but that's
day,
the only
just
one
red
that I'm
ball.
even disputing in the bowling.
yeah, same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Cummins there. The thing with Pat Cummins too, he's like, everything merged into one. Like he's your hit the same spot, do a job, but he's a wicket taker as well, which is fucking unbelievable.
And adds a few runs when you need him.
Yeah, same as Johnson.
I look at this
and Warney, he was a good bat.
Exactly, Warney, Johnson, and Paddy Cummins. Like that is not a terrible tail.
No, we're wagging.
That's deep.
We are wagging.
The tails are fucking wagging. Absolutely.
So really, there's only the two that are like.
Yeah, that you might discuss. Hey? Yeah,
But
I agree.
If
I
you
think
ask,
that's the only way to do best teams is to divide the fucking eras up.
You have to.
You know what I mean?
Base
Because
it off
otherwise you get a
merit rather
60-year-old can't go and fuck off, mate. Fuck off, Tomo.
Yeah.
Tomo was fucking...
Now, I like a debate like this too because so many times in sports now when you see like fucking old Jimmy Bob from fucking 1980, it's like you can fucking play in 2025.
But it's even like
These
any
players-
sports though, the game changes over time
Yeah.
and then you can't compare because they were on the piss back then like a dead set
exactly.
Reggie.
You got to do the best eras.
And then you
But
look
no,
at
it's
this
good.
team
It's a good
here,
chat.
They
Fucking-
could play in any generation, any
Yeah.
era of cricket.
You say that, but then you go, well, Bradman had a fucking toothpick to use, and
exactly.
he was still cut.
In the middle of World War II as well.
Yeah.
Groper, you talk about nicknames in sport, mate. Like we're talking about Binger and fucking. There's so many nicknames that come to mind. Now, what's new in the castle? Shout out to these boys. They do a good job on their show, and they put a video up the other day about the greatest nickname in world sport.
Really?
It's a darts player. Is it?
That's
from
a big
Australia, I
call.
think?
I'm happy. I can't wait
Well,
to hear this.
that's their bio.
Okay.
And I watched it and I liked it. Now, this bloke's name is Tim Pusey or Pusey, Timpusey.
Right.
And his nickname is The Magnet. Have a look at him.
Oh, he's Aussie.
Yeah. How good is that shit?
Magnet.
So shout out to the boys. What's new in the castle? Because that's how I fucking stumbled across it.
That
but I
is
just
the fucking
think
great name,
that
mate.
is
You only
just-
get that kind of shit in darts too.
It is so good. The Magnet.
The pussy magnet. How fucking good is that?
Oh, great.
That's fucking
Creative.
gold,
Very
man.
creative.
Other funny shit. Rugby league. We're talking the Daily Telegraph, and Gutho has been absolutely fucking grubbed.
Shafted.
They fucked his dome up that bad. He looks like he brought his helmet and crayons for
Why?
sign-on day.
Who signed off on that?
Yeah. Was it like...
It's like the words have minced into his skull and his ears are all fucking.
Yeah, they
It's
thought, shit, we
almost
got to
like-
put text in here, so we need to make his head smaller, but they left the original shape of his head.
How's that gotten through editing?
Oh, mate. I reckon someone called in sick and there was an apprentice or someone like on fucking work
Can you imagine that?
They just filled in.
Can you imagine that? Yeah, Dave, can you come to the office, mate?
Yeah.
Right, eh?
Gotta have a
Hey,
chat to you
mate,
about
did you
something.
fucking check this before we printed 1 million copies? Bruh?
Or fuck, I didn't see that. Sorry, mate. Yeah, well, you've made Gutho look like an absolute knob when they're announcing the two captains.
wonder
Maybe
what-
that's what he looks like. I don't know.
Does Gutho go for defamation?
I would.
So those blokes who just hunt for fucking lawsuits
Yeah.
on site?
Get a bit of dosh off the Daily Telegraph.
Yeah, but anyway, I had a good laugh looking at that. I'm going, holy...
They would have just
It
got
was-
Buzz to give him a call and apologise.
Yeah. Look, we've had
on behalf.
We haven't had much happen in the last few weeks in terms of rugby leagues. Maybe they went, fuck it, let's spark it back
Yeah,
up.
that's right. There's
That
been
was
no bags getting around. Fucking
No,
it's
it's been a quiet
mince
off-season.
Gutho's head up.
They finally got fucking smart, these idiots.
But anyway, I just thought
And
it
we'll
was
wake
funny.
up tomorrow
Have
and someone
you
will get
seen
done.
any European cricket highlights lately?
For some reason, I've been seeing so many.
Same.
I don't know if
is
it's,
it?
I think it's everyone has been seeing a lot of these European
It's
cricket
like
highlights.
a Euro League, and it's just fucking.
It
It's
is like-
worse than reserve grade Gladstone.
It is.
Oh,
It's like
it's
watching
terrible.
Glenn Black versus fucking Urala on a Sunday afternoon. It
And
is
everyone's like on the
fucking
Hong Kongs or something.
hysterical.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Had
But it's I've been comparing. I'm like, how does this get televised? And I'm like thinking, I'm going, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why? Then I started comparing it to golf YouTubers. I'm like, you know how everyone loves the golf YouTubers that suck?
I do.
Because it's relatable.
Bob does
And they'll
sports.
Oh, shout out to the Golf Goblin.
yeah, and they'll duff one and they'll thin the piss out of them, and you laugh and you go, "Oh, this is so relatable." Instead of watching a pro just absolutely carve up and never make a mistake.
Yeah.
And I went, "Oh, that'd be it." And then I watched a bit more. I went, Nah, doesn't do it for me. Like I could watch them YouTubers heaps and go laugh and sort of watching.
Because you only have to watch the highlight of his fucking.
But then watching that, I just go, what is going on? How have they got a fucking telecast for this?
Well, that's why I like watching the little short reels about it.
Yeah, but how is there
I
one?
don't know, mate. But the commentators, I genuinely think
it's
are
probably
doing it
Akmal
for-
on fucking Insta Live.
You know what it honestly
comment-
is? The 1 point however many billion Indians are because they just love cricket.
They'll
that
watch
much.
anything.
They'll
Yeah.
just watch anything.
It's brilliant. The commentators, I'm
Maybe that's
convinced,
it.
are
It
doing
would be.
like their job as a
Know your
laugh.
market.
Because
Yeah.
the best one I've seen was a bloke's hit it out to the boundary and it's rolling over and he's tried to do the old like chuck it back in over the rope and then catch it again. And he slid over the rope as the ball is still in the field and he's just
And
like
flicks
thrown
it
it
in.
as
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
fully laying outside the rope. So it was an instant four and it wasn't even a four prior. And the commentators have pissed themselves. All of his teammates are laughing at him. He's sitting there all fucking
I don't know
embarrassed.
what ball they use, but it must be like real bouncy.
It might have helium.
There
in
was
it.
the best one I've seen was old mates running after it, and it honestly looked like this ball was getting faster in front of him. He's eventually stopped it, sort of half fallen back, gone to throw it. Because he's fallen on his ass at the same time, it's hit his foot. It's hit his foot and gone for four.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so
But
good.
some of it's brilliant. Did you see the bloke who fucking kicked it up off his foot and caught it?
Yeah, that was tinny
Fluke.
as.
Such a fluke.
Some
It
of
was
the
like,
run-outs
holy.
are fucking funny as fuck.
And they're
too.
playing on AstroTurf pitches on concrete as well, so it's
Yeah.
not given much for the bowlers, is it?
Yeah. Anyway, that was just sort of to round off the cricket fucking segment with a
Yeah.
bit of funny. Get onto some YouTube. Get onto some shorts of the Euro cricket.
Oh, it'll
League.
be popping up on your TikTok.
Quick one. Did anyone watch Kyrgios last night?
I
No,
did.
I
Tennis?
watched an interview
Well,
where he
first.
just
I actually watched the
fucking-
last set.
When
Same.
he's just throwing the toys out of the cot like a sooky little fuck. He just
Not a fan of it?
fucking, oh, like when he's playing and there's a bit of aggression in that, I like that there's a bit of shit there. But just when he's like that little arrogant, spoilt, only child shit, where it's
Yeah.
just like, you can answer a question without being a cocksucker.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I have a bit of like Aussie rose-coloured glasses on with it because I think
Yeah,
it's
but
fucking
he's
entertaining.
Greek. Well,
Yeah.
he lost, so he's
And
Greek.
I've never really been a massive fan of tennis, so when I see a punk like that, I'm like, you know
Oh,
what?
and
it's
that's why I'm
spicy.
saying in the game, don't get me wrong. I like a bit of shit and it's just like a bit of aggression
Yeah.
and fucking getting into it. But it's just when you carry that on to being a sore loser and like just got the
Yeah.
shits, it's
I
just like,
love
come on,
a
brother.
racket slam.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is. I love
But he
watching them
doesn't,
just
like-
pound it.
Yeah, same.
I don't. It's
But-
so satisfying. It's the most entertaining
Just
part.
pound it.
Just fucking hammering it into the fucking court, man.
Yeah, I know, but he doesn't even really get amongst that anymore. He
No,
just
he doesn't.
just mopes around and just like pretends that he's not trying.
Yeah,
Mate,
And I
any
fucking
Aussie
trying to
doing
be
well though,
nonchalant.
like don't get me wrong. If he's killing it, fucking good on him. It's not like I don't like him as a player or whatever.
No.
I just feel like it's like, bro,
It can be
you gotta-
embarrassing at times. Eh?
yeah, it's just like a kid who didn't get what they wanted.
Yeah.
And that's how he acts a lot of the time. And you go, man, stop being a sooky fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said that this will probably be his last ever singles match.
Yeah.
So his career is obviously on the decline, and he's going to
But
look
it has
back.
been forever though.
How old is he?
He's
he'd be out,
is he even
out-
Mate,
30
the
yet?
potential that he has and had though is
Mate,
insane.
natural talent.
They've
was
got that,
fucking insanity.
Ever since they did the Formula One Netflix thing, they've done every other sport
Yeah,
since.
yeah.
Like
Tennis,
done a
yeah.
big doco of the
Yeah,
whole
because they're like,
season.
oh, this worked.
And it did, and I think it's called Break Point or
Yep.
something.
Yeah.
And so many players go on there and say he is the most talented tennis player we've ever seen, but
Yeah.
he'll never win win
Yeah.
anything major.
Because you can have the talent, but if you don't have the dedication and the drive.
But the thing is, like, he doesn't care. He just goes,
well, he's
I'm,
probably earning enough to like.
I'm good at this,
100%.
but I hate it. Basically, that's the vibe I get off
I
him.
want to look
Yeah.
up his net worth.
For sure. Maybe in his younger, like earlier years. So I have a very vivid memory of some reason for watching him versus Kokkinakis in junior Australian Open. And everyone was like, yeah, wait for these two. Kokkinakis never really took off to the level Kyrgios did, but he was just a bad boy coming through.
Yeah,
and it was
so-
Rafa. Remember when he beat Rafa at Wimbledon?
Well, and this
Yeah,
is
That's
mate,
what
yeah.
fucking
and this is why
skyrocketed it.
Nick Kyrgios has an estimated net worth of 10 million. His prize money US 12 million.
Not a bad looking missus
So
either.
you go at the end of the day, if he's not too greedy, 12 mil in prize money, and he's worth
That's
10
only
million,
prize money too.
and he's worth 10 million overall. Then you go, if he doesn't give a fuck about being the best tennis player, you understand.
Yeah.
But you still don't have to be a little sooky cocksucker.
Yeah, just try a bit.
He'll look back in 10, 15 years' time and he'll go, that's a bit embarrassing.
Absolute gun though.
Yeah.
Like,
So what shit me was people try, and this was true at one point, but it's not now. They try and compare him to Hewitt because when Hewitt was real young, he was such a little temper fucking tantrum.
bad boy.
He would just throw the toys out of the cot when he was down and out. But then he matured and he literally left his blood on the court for Australia.
Yep.
When he'd played Davis Cup, he was unbelievable.
Mate.
And then for himself, the amount of 5-set comebacks that he did because he had the heart of a lion, and I just go, you cannot even compare them to.
Fuck no.
Nah.
You have Sookie shit himself, hates fucking answering questions when he loses to the cunt who created the come on. Are you
possibly
fucking kidding me?
The
And like
greatest
I said, don't
celebration.
get me wrong, really early on he did act like a
Yeah,
spoiled
yeah.
little cunt.
But I mean, you look back overall now, like the
Oh, yeah.
like as in just
Anytime I pick up a
epitomise,
tennis racket, I'll do
epitomise not quitting and just giving
Yeah.
your all for Australia.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Mostly in Davis Cup, but then also he's had a couple
How
of like
many-
4 a.m. finishes at the
Oh,
Aussie Open because he
man.
decided to lose the first two and then
Gets
come
with the
back
home and away check, pumps a couple
Yeah.
of 10 leads out, he's winning.
Yeah.
How many Grand Slams did he end up winning?
Two.
Was it Australian Open and
Wimbledon. No, he won Wimbledon, US Open.
So he didn't never won an Australian
Nah,
Open.
he made the final and big fucking Marat Safin pumped him. Yeah, the big Russian.
Old rice. Is Saffron a rice?
I don't know. Saffron?
Saffron, yeah,
That's not
red.
red.
Sorry, boys, might not be a rice.
But anyway,
I'm thinking of. Yeah.
the Demon, plays the number 8 seed this year in the top
Oh,
10.
yes.
He's up 4-love at the moment
Is
against
he?
Van der Zandschlup.
Okay.
Is that how you'd say that, mate?
Is he,
Oh, yeah, I'll check for you. Hang on, give us a look. Yeah, Van der Sloop.
is he German or Dutch?
He's
Van der
Dutch.
Schalp, I think, actually.
Van der Zandschlup.
But is he our
Van der
best?
Zandschulp.
Is he our best fucking?
He's our
shot?
best chance for sure.
Yep. The demon, big seaman.
Popperin is also playing now. He's at 25th seed.
not a nickname
Yeah.
He's losing though, which
Is he?
is it's only 3-1.
It wasn't a good day, actually. I saw a post somewhere
Yeah.
about the Aussies and their first day, and
Yeah.
it was not nice to read.
No.
How
anyway-
fucking insane is the crowds? Like tennis, traditionally,
Good shout.
gentlemen's
I wanted to
sport
get into
with
this.
Wimbledon, and if you're like the French Open, but you come to fucking Australia.
But that's
and you're
only been
versing-
the last couple of years.
Yeah,
But-
you versus
but-
Kyrgios, I think, really ignited it.
It's
It
only
fucking
him.
should be
Yeah.
though, because you couldn't pay me to go and fucking watch it in Wimbledon where
Oh.
it's quiet and you have to
It's
shut
not.
up.
Only when they're hitting it. Not when there's.
I
can
think
see
there's
it.
been a-
anything that makes tennis more fun, I'm
Yeah.
all about because I
Yeah.
just fucking.
And that's
can't.
his argument too. I don't know if we had that bad of a day. Fuck me. We had bloody Vukic, he won. Jordan Thompson
must have
won.
just been all the
McCabe,
negatives.
Duckworth
Bit of
won.
a pessimistic.
Kokonakis won. Maybe the day before.
Yeah, maybe.
Sunday.
It was one day where it was like rough day for the Aussies.
Yeah,
and
righto.
that just showcased.
Is
Yesterday was pretty good, except for Kyrgios. But what I was going to get at is we played a Great Britain. He played Fernley or whatever
Yes.
from Great Britain.
Scottish.
Which obviously wouldn't have helped him being from there. But I would just hate to play Kyrgios. If you see your name up against Kyrgios at the
Yeah.
Aussie Open, you just go, fuck. Because they like cheer when he does a fault. Like
Yeah.
just a first serve fault. Whereas normally, first serve fault, nothing gets said. You serve the second one. Every fault in the third set, it was.
it's, oh,
And they were trying to fire up Kyrgios,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
didn't work.
yeah, he
but,
just went, nah.
yeah. And then he's brought out all the tricks. Kyrgios did the underarm serve and the behind the back shot. That was actually cool because he won the point doing
Yeah.
the behind the backer.
Oh, did
and
he?
then just did the big salute to the crowd.
Yeah.
And I was like, he might actually get this set, but no.
It's
and that's what I mean
entertaining.
about, like, I give him a bit of shit there for how he carries on and acts.
Yeah.
But as far as watching the actual game goes,
You can get
me
into it.
being from a person who would rather women's tennis because it's fucking shorter, when you get someone who adds a bit of
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
something,
Yeah,
I
bit of-
fully
bit
understand.
of rugby
And
league
that was
tennis.
that was
That's
his
right.
point of view of the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know? When him and Kokonakis won the doubles. It was all like
100%.
the whole nation was behind them.
That was champagne tennis.
They were
Tennis
making
isn't
it fun.
boring as all fuck.
No, there's two Aussies doing heaps of cool shit.
Oh, the Demon's up 5-love in the first.
Oh, the
Wow.
demon.
Look at him go.
I-
Anyway, we can move on, but yeah, what?
No, I was just going to say, like, I'm not a massive fan of tennis, but I think just being a fucking sport junkie,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
going to something like Wimbledon, which is very professional, you have your fucking strawberries and cream, and you sit down and wearing all white. I actually wouldn't be
That
opposed to it.
fucking Barry, British horse.
Yeah, it's Barb's. No, but like even something like that, I would do just as a bucket list item.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Tom, not you.
Nah, fuck no.
No
It'd be
chance.
boring as fuck.
Yeah,
to
right.
me.
Would
If
you
there,
ever
if
go?
there was if there was an Aussie who happened to make like a final and it was a big deal, I'd be supporting
Yeah.
an Aussie. But if I was just going
You'd
to
stay up
Wimbledon
and watch it.
just rolling in and watching just a Frenchman take on a Netherlands dude,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh yeah. Like I said,
I'd need to know
drink
the cunts
piss.
that are playing.
I'd drink piss and watch the other side of the crowd go, ooh.
Can you drink
Yeah.
piss at Aussie Open?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's why every cunt.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just
We're
so expensive for
saying.
tickets too, isn't it?
Are we going to boxing?
Yep.
So fucking heartbreak for Sam Goodman. It's like a mix of going, why were you sparring? I think because you were sparring with the headgear where it first happened, but I'm not a fucking professional. They are, and obviously they thought it was necessary to be a chance to win. I suppose.
Again, it was only because he would have had a week of wind down.
Yeah.
So he was only a couple of days off again of not sparring.
And looked
so.
like the same eye and stuff. But, mate, I read a article and it was pretty fucking heartbreaking to read, to be honest, because it said the world champion, Inoue, will now defend his undisputed crown against Yi Jun Kim on January 24th in Tokyo.
So he's just got the replacement in straight
Yep. So
up.
Team Inoue had Kim as a backup opponent on standby in expectation of Goodman pulling out of the bout for the second time. The IBF, and this is the fucking hardest part, the IBF have confirmed that Goodman has now been removed as a mandatory challenger, and the fight against Kim will fulfill Inoue's mandatory obligation with the IBF, with Inoue free to move on to bouts already lined up in Las Vegas, mid-25 and Riyadh in the final quarter. So,
That's
unfortunately for Sammy, that's his chance done at Undisputed, and he's probably got one or two hard fights to get back to that mandatory spot, which would just fucking sink you.
That would be like that is a
it
dark
would-
place you'd go to, and you just think all because of a fucking gash.
Yeah,
in
but
your
you
head.
know what? It's probably a good thing because if he had have got through unscathed and just cops a little tap straight
Well-
away, it would have just opened.
Yeah,
By the
and I
sounds.
suppose, yeah, exactly, man. But fuck, man, he would be so shattered.
Oh
eh?
yeah,
Like, it
right
was
now
a
he doesn't
massive-
want to hear that.
No, exactly.
Massive
but
what if.
in saying that, like, it's probably going to be great for him in the long run. Let's go positive stuff. He goes to America on the big stage, fights a couple of fucking other big title contenders, and hopefully wins a couple of those fights, gets that ring experience against the top level dudes overseas, and maybe has a better chance to fight in a way
Yeah.
in fucking 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
But
More
I mean, for
experienced.
now, I'm fucking shattered too.
Next time
man.
he fights him, he might be less than $14.
It would
After
have
a
just
bit more
been cool to see him fight him at his peak too.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Like maybe in 2 years, in a way, is like not as good.
Who knows? I don't even know how old he is.
I know,
idea.
but that's
I
not.
know what you mean. He at the moment he's
He
like
is God.
he's the whenever you hear any boxers talk about their top three, he's in it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's top 3 pound for pound, isn't he?
That's what I mean.
Other
Like
than, like,
any
Terence
like the Ring
Crawford, yeah.
magazine the other day, like they were going around interviewing all the top boxers, and in a way was fucking very rarely left out of people's top three.
Yeah.
pound for
It was
pound.
huge for Australian boxing and huge for him.
Yeah. so-
Twice. Once is already enough, and twice is
Mate,
even worse.
moving on to Australian boxing, Opetaia and Naika, that was a fucking awesome card to watch.
Yeah.
I loved it, man. Turkey Alashik, I think that's how you pronounce it. He is literally bringing boxing back, man. Like there was a stage there where it was like, I feel like the top dudes weren't fighting the top dudes. It's like
Yeah.
he is investing the money and giving all these people a platform and paying them what they should be paid to make these top dudes all fight each other.
Yeah.
And it's exciting as fuck. And that card that he pumped a bit of money into, I think it was Tasman Fighters with his promoter.
Yep.
Worked in with them, obviously funded a lot of it at the GC. Mate, that whole card was fucking awesome. Like the two young heavyweights, Justice Hooney and Terra Moana,
yep.
both won easy. I feel like that was very smart from Eddie Hearn or whatever to match him up with dudes they were going to smoke on a world stage. But I mean, there's two young blokes on there. Benny Marnie got a good win. That was a great fight. And they say that there's going to be a couple more cards coming back here. And it's just like, you know, I feel like No Limit for a couple of years there were the only promotion here that was sort of putting on fights that we were seeing in Australia. But now, hopefully, like there's a bit of competition with these guys, and just I just think it's prime for combat sports in Australia. Like the fact that we can go and watch cards like that live if we want.
Yeah.
When the fuck have we been able to do that for a long time?
Unless it's like homegrown, like it's someone like Tim Zoo or Zarafa and shit like that. Like
That's
it's
right.
a breath of fresh air almost.
I just think it's like it's healthy competition. It's prime.
Fuck yeah.
And they're saying that they're coming back and stuff. So I love that card. The only thing I had was it was on a Wednesday. Footy's not on. Fuck off. Put it on a Saturday or a Friday.
Yeah.
But apart from that, and there was a lot of breaks in between because there was heaps of first round knockouts. So that makes it harder for him because they're not going to force old mate to not do his warm up.
Yeah.
So there's a heap of just dribbling on a Wednesday, and you're going, shut up.
Yeah.
But I mean,
That'd be
overall for the sport, I'm just pumped to see where it's at. Being a big fan of combat sports, and
It was a late start too for the main event, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think that would have been, if everything went all of their rounds, it probably would have been a decent break. But like I said, they can't really, especially when there's world titles and that on the line, they probably get told their ring walk. Yeah. And there's 3 first round knockouts, and they go, well, you can't bring it.
Yeah. You can't go. You ready to go, mate?
Yeah. You want to just skip it an hour, mate?
Yeah.
But anyway, Jai Opetaia, though, is the fucking man.
Yeah.
Like, that was just...
Fuck, he murdered him.
That was impressive, dude.
Mauled. He went out with just the intent of just, I'm going to kill you.
But, man, in saying that, Naika, I thought he was going to, like, really box and stuff, but he come in for a dogfight. Like, he put it to him and swung, and, mate, it was fucking impressive. I think it was cool hearing Eddie Hearn talking afterwards about Turkey, like the excellency fella, fucking about what he's planning to do. He really likes Jai, and he's like wants to see him sort of unify the cruiserweight division. And then if he does that, there's that chance if he can get Usyk enough money or whatever to fight him. And Usyk coming from the Ukraine, there's not really the opportunity to fight there. So Usyk's used to fight in every cunt's backyard.
That's true.
So if he fights Jai, he's saying Suncorp Stadium.
Who said that?
Fucking Eddie Hearn in the ring afterwards.
That would
imagine that.
fucking
I would do
biblical.
some filthy things to get a seat there.
To watch one of our own fight
You'd
Usyk.
get one, surely.
Yeah. But how fucking cool is that?
That would be insanity,
just
man.
for sport in general.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
We haven't had something that
It's good
big.
yarn, but let's just...
I feel like
well, that's right. all it is now is yarn.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's more than fuck all.
Yeah.
But that's Eddie Hearn
Mate,
in a ring.
we had a school teacher, Jeff Horn, fight Manny Pacquiao at Suncorp. This can fucking happen.
So I just think it's fucking cool. Jai Opetaia is on a warpath. He's a scary man. I don't know if there's any more intimidating fucking focus cunts in boxing.
Especially when interviewers ask questions and he just goes, who cares? Like, what? None of that matters.
Yeah, I'm here too. And like a lot of what Naika was saying, and you understand too, he goes, I've been looking at Jai and wanting to fight him for ages. Jai's going, I do not look at one single man. I just want to unify whoever's got the fucking belts. I'm taking them.
Yeah. That's a killer instinct.
They were asking them both, like, oh, who's got the better this? And he just went, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter who's got the better. We're just going to go in there and fucking bash each other.
So,
I love that.
Very fucking exciting though, man. I'm pumped to see what he can do. And it's just great that they've been given because I feel like, and look, mate, I'll support the Zoo boys in that as well. Like, I think it's great to see boxing in general and any Aussie doing well, but it's like about time he got the exposure that he's deserved to get for the last fucking 2 or 3 years or 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
And now I think he's finally got it, and here's his chance to really make him up.
Fuck, he's done some camps lately where he's like full camps for fucking 2 minutes in the ring, like on the night.
Yeah.
Fuck, he's done some damage in the first round, man.
Yeah, but against like that first fight against Breeders, like breaking his jaw and going through all that sort of stuff. Like he's had some tough fights as well.
Yeah.
But
just recently.
Yeah, how's that though? Going through a whole thing and just bop.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that was awesome, man. I'm pumped that they're going to be doing more of that sort of shit.
Oh, fucking oath.
So that was cool.
Sneaky?
Sneaky.
Or you got more
What's
boxing?
that? No, I've just got a little bit of
Yeah, sneaky guy.
yeah, sneaky guy.
You're sneaky.
Yeah. You're sneaky guy. This weekend you're sneaky. You're sneaking to be favourite, and I am underdog. That's actually cunt. So we're going to the card. Let me look up sneaky. I thought I put him in here. Hang on. Yeah. So obviously Islam is main event. Islam versus almond.
Yep.
The old fucking almond milk. Big milk.
Some
Big full
sniffers on
cream.
this card.
Oh, the big sniff card, eh?
Yeah, full cream versus Islam. And then we got Marab versus Umar. So I think Umar deserves to be favourite, but the last I looked at the betting odds, Marab was over $3. And I'm going, I think I'm just
Is
going
it just because of the O? Like never
Well,
lost?
and the last name is
Yeah,
a big one.
true.
And the lack of Mo, I think, comes in.
Oh, if it's
last
got
name.
Medov
Yeah,
in it
and
and
the
you don't have
Murga
mustache.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
True.
I think he deserves to be favourite. But I think fucking there's a bit of value in Marab over $3. And while you're there, chuck it on by points too, because I don't think he's going to finish him.
No
No.
way.
But-
He'll sniff him till he
So
drops.
there's a couple of
They'll
big
both-
sniff offs, the main and co-main. But
Imagine
then
a
like
69 sniff between the
Oh.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, surely they both just take one end each and just
Just grab a leg each.
Hold on, boys.
But then we got, but I think they've balanced the card out though around it because you got Yuri Prohaska
Yeah.
versus Jamal Hill. That's
got
a
it.
fucking
Righto, so I want your opinion on
Righto.
this. No matter who, like, I almost hope Jamal Hill wins so that,
Really?
well, no, I don't, but
Hope he gets
if old
slapped.
mate fucking Prohaska wins, then
Yeah,
doesn't he, like,
where's
what do you
the-
do then? Because he's already lost twice. to
Well, I
fucking-
think
You
I
can't
think the
keep
next
fighting
fight. I think the
Pereira.
next fight for Pereira would be definitely fucking old mate. Fucking what's his name? The Nomo.
in the light heavy.
Yeah, he can't fight him because he's in Ramadan, which is your fault, cunt. fucking stiff shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that bloke. Like, fuck off.
true.
It's no other cunt's problem that
Yeah.
you have a religion you can't fight. Fuck off.
Yeah,
Pick a different.
exactly.
Yeah.
Pick a different.
Yeah. Sorry, brother. You
Pick a
missed it.
different.
Sport.
Not
Religion.
sport. It's
Profession.
his job. Profession. There you go.
Yeah,
Fuck
but,
me.
but anyway, I think he will be fighting him. But yeah, I didn't think about that. We get
Yeah.
to watch Hill get knocked out by him again if he beats Hiri.
Yeah.
Well,
I want Hill
as
to
soon-
lose.
if Hill
just-
wins,
Me too. He's just a wank, isn't he?
if Hill wins, he'll just yap about
Oh.
fighting him again.
I want to watch Prohaska beat him.
Yeah.
And I'm tipping him too, so Hill will probably win.
The thing with Jamal Hill is that it's like, you know, sometimes you have a hatred for someone like Colby Covington. You're like, God, he's a fuckhead. I hate him. But with like Jamal Hill, you just like, he's cringe.
Well, I just feel
Really
like
fucking cringe, and
I
it
feel like he got a
embarrasses
pretty
you.
good run to the title. At that
did,
time
yeah.
where Glover was 40-something years old, he managed to get there, which was cool. But then Hill beat Glover at 42 to get the title. Then he was gone.
Yeah,
and now he's
yeah.
lipping like he's been there for ages. And it's like, I just feel like it's not really warranted,
It
the
was
amount
just-
of lip.
Yeah, no way. And
Especially
Alex
when you just
Pereira,
got slept too.
Yeah,
But-
but you accidentally hit his cock, and he said, "I'm gonna."
But so
break your
that
jaw.
should be an interesting fucking fight, though, that one. At least
Yeah,
it'll be
yeah,
a
for
stand-up.
sure.
Then you got Renato Mircano versus Benil Dariush. That'll be all right. Kevin Holland, I always like watching him fight. He's on that card
He's
as well.
constantly lowering the cards, and he's very entertaining.
Yeah.
Kevin.
And then you got Peyton Talbot, which is actually like up-and-coming lad, 9-0. He'll be good in the undercards. I think that was Johnny Walker, but I just looked at it's been cancelled,
Oh,
it
it has
says.
too, yep.
But anyway, it should be good. It's a fucking good card. I'll definitely be watching.
Against old fucking Bogdan. It's going to be fighting.
What's it?
Bogdan.
Bogdan.
Big boggy,
Boggy.
Big stuff.
big grog bog.
Oh, and how's this? So, like I've said, we're going, Kev and I and Quino and that, we're all going to the UFC in Sydney. Just dog shit. The card, there's
not happy,
fucking
eh?
about, well, there's about fucking 5 fights still on there, and that's it. Look, main card, we got Dreykus versus
Oh, it's the
Strickland.
next one.
Weili Zhang, and then prelim, we've got a couple there. I think on the actual website, there's been a few more announced. So Jack
Yeah,
Jenkins
yeah,
is
yeah.
fighting. Justin Tafa's fighting. But
The
I just
obvious
think,
Aussie ones.
can you fucking put a bit of effort
Yeah,
in for
if
me?
it's the next one.
Yeah. Like, you got the fight night after that. You got Israel Adesanya. Oh, not after that, sorry. There's one in Saudi that's already got like Izzy Adesanya. You got that pirate bloke fighting straight away. There's more star power there. I'm like, oi, cunts, can we fucking pump a bit into the Sydney one?
Yeah. I agree with you. But
Anyway.
didn't something come out about how they get fucking taxed heaps?
Yeah, there
So
is.
no
there,
one wants to come in?
There was that read or saw from a few UFC fighters where they're going, it's not worth their time coming to Australia because they get taxed so much.
Yeah.
Which is a cunt.
Government.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck 'em.
we had a look the other day, and there is a fair few like up and coming Aussie fighters. Like, there's a lot of Aussies that must have been signed pretty recent that aren't big names, which is cool. But it's the same price fucking ticket if Digger's fighting or you get some. Like, one more addition to it, like a Dan Hooker versus Justin Gaethje or something, I would be stoked. Just one of those.
You're just asking for
Not
when
to
you're
really
in,
narrow it down, but something like that.
Just some cunt I've been watching for years that'd be prime. So, like, I saw Alex Pereira's coming to be in Strickland's corner. Oh, cool. I get to see him.
get him in the fucking octagon. Yeah.
Get in there.
All you're asking for is that you're in a rugby league nation. You want some fucking rugby league punches.
I just want some rugby league fights. But so at least Justin Tafa's fighting. Jack Jenkins.
Yeah.
But
No-
just
no,
fire up and start pumping it up a bit for
No
us.
Jack Della, though.
No, because he's fighting in London against, which is awesome for him.
Yeah.
He gets to headline the London fight night against Leon Edwards.
That's fucking
True.
huge.
Yeah.
That is
That's
huge.
Leon's,
Which is big.
is this Leon's first fight since he lost to, forgot his name?
I think so. Would be.
I
Against
don't know.
Bilal, forget
that's
my
it.
name.
Yeah, Bilal, forget the name Muhammad. Fuck me.
How about the security not knowing who he is?
Yeah.
He's a champion, let him in.
Oh, that's
But yeah, so that's been confirmed, I'm pretty sure. Jack Della fighting. And you'd assume that would be for a title shot, wouldn't you? So,
Next up,
So
yeah.
Shavkat would fight fucking Bilal, forget me.
Because he
And-
fought Ian Gary, that's right.
And
Just
then
forget me had a
you'd
sore
think
toe.
that fight there between Jack Della and Leon would be surely for the
It
fucking
is
next
his
It's a
first one.
qualifier.
Yeah.
It is his first one. After
That'll be
this.
a bit hostile for Jack in England.
Oh, for sure.
Did you say it's in London?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Oh, for sure. He's
Leon's
there-
not from London, but the English crowd will definitely back him.
Yeah, he's
Fuck
got.
yeah, he's the underdog.
He's definitely like got that British, little bit of British accent about him.
Just quickly too, I forgot to say before, didn't talk about. See, Tyson Fury has put out that he's retired.
Yeah.
on his Instagram,
Which is definitely true.
which is you go. Surely that's just to get him more money to fight AJ at Wembley or
Yeah,
something.
I've
isn't it?
retired. Oh, I'm going to disappear. Oh my God, Tyson Fury's coming out of retirement to fight Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, you can see it coming. Can't
You
you
just can't trust
That's
any
pain.
retirements in combat sports
If we could get a
anymore.
market done up with Betr on
Yeah.
if he actually retired,
Yeah.
I reckon
Is Fury
not
lying?
actually retiring would be paying about $1.20.
Yeah, you might lose money.
Yeah,
if you back it.
we'll be able to get that whipped
Yeah.
up.
No, I'll whip that up for you.
Yeah,
But anyway, that's
yeah. No, I
one
did
to
see
keep an
that.
eye on.
I'll keep it short and sweet.
And he used a term which meant pretty much that he's sick of getting grubbed. Like the term that he used, where is it? I think I took a fucking screenshot of the post. The term that he used was something like an old saying that had fucking let me look it up. That had something to do with being unfair against him, sort of thing.
Because he thinks he won the last
Yeah,
fight.
that's right. Like I think he's pretty much saying I'm sick of getting grubbed
I think
in a way.
I think both fights. I think he probably did lose, but the second one, I can't see how he thinks he may have. Like,
Well, I
he
couldn't tell you.
Probably lost that one,
Yeah,
but
I just watched the
and then
black
the,
screen.
the first
Yeah.
one,
I didn't see
the
much
first
punches.
one,
Yeah.
you could argue that he won more rounds, but it just
that
wouldn't,
knockdown
it
round.
wouldn't have felt right.
No.
If he had have won that just because of that 9.
No.
So
Right,
after that dribble from me there that made no sense.
It'll now make
So
sense.
he finished the video by saying Dick Turpin wore a mask.
Oh, yeah.
So that phrase, at least Dick Turpin wore a mask, is used by people who think they are being ripped off or flagrantly robbed.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So he used that at the end of his thing. So it's like a bit of a, well, there's
A
no
little
point.
dig.
Yeah.
He keeps harping on about how much he loves going to fucking Saudi Arabia and boxing there. and
Oh, I fucking would too if I was getting that much money.
yeah, I would
Oh,
fucking...
Turkey, you
getting-
big
yeah.
gobbler. fucking send me over there, son.
Fuck yeah, cunt.
I'll get stiffened for fucking
Absolutely.
But anyway, that's on the Biffin front, boys. I
Yep.
don't know if there's much else there.
No, there probably isn't. I'm just going to do a bit of horse racing because
Oi.
I want to
Beautiful.
just highlight how hopeless the fucking Gold Coast is. Seriously.
Yeah.
I know on the weekend, obviously not their fault. Massive rain and thunderstorms. It was already a heavy 10. And then they got shat on halfway through the meeting with rain. Had to abandon the meet. Their biggest day, like Magic Millions, 2-year-old classic day. And I just go, it just seems to be something every year that is fucked. You know, oh, the track's no good. We've got to move
It's
it here.
unfortunate, like,
Oh,
turn
the
of
week
events.
before, there's a big dead patch that someone's apparently poisoned, and it's like, did you just fuck that up?
Do you hate hosting race
And you're
meets?
trying to blame someone because how
have a loose fitting on the Torden tank?
how would that happen? The only thing that I reckon it probably may have been protesters is that it's a perfect square, and I go, but what fucking dumb.
Which protesters makes a perfect square?
Exactly.
Yeah, they're not that sharp.
You're on the clock.
Exactly.
Before you get kicked out. You're
in the
tipping.
army gear shitting bricks going,
Yep.
I'm a fuckwit.
why
I'm
not-
a fuckwit.
Anyway, that chat got us talking about an old video that we are not going to quote at all, not even one word. But do you know the video I'm talking about with old mate? He's this big unit and he's on his way into the races.
Oh,
I don't know if I do.
Yeah. He's on his way in, and there's all the protesters out the front, and giving them a mouthful would be a
Yes.
huge understatement.
Yes.
that is a
I
dead set
do.
gobful. And
He just
I loved it.
absolutely.
It is.
I fucking loved it.
classic.
Oh,
I watched that
fucking loved
cunt
it.
200 times.
Yeah, we
That
can't
day.
repeat what has been said.
Oh,
Not
but
at all.
I'm not agree with it. Fuck off,
If
you losers.
You know,
Anyway.
you know.
Anyway, that is right. So anyway, seems to be something every year. Just get your fucking shit sorted. Gold
yeah,
Coast.
fucking get it together. will you?
Fucking hell. And like even that year we went, Jace, it was shit.
We were waiting.
Like I don't want to shit on Aquas Park or on the Goldie. or
Aqua
anything.
shit.
Yeah. But
Big water turd.
we went there and the amount of people was just they let
It was-
too many people
yeah.
in.
It was a big race meet.
Say it's sold out because
Yeah.
we can't afford you can't fit any more people in.
Yep.
You couldn't do anything. Ran out of cash. Could not even get money onto anything. Like you couldn't log
No
into anything.
service.
So
That's
anyway,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
as well as
so
we
we fucked off early.
we
So
did,
we
and
were-
because we were waiting 45 minutes for fucking Lady
Yeah,
Lagoon to
that's
jump.
right.
And then
they had a 50-minute delay.
it was literally nearly.
but that
an
was a
hour.
horse jumping in the
So that
barriers,
would have been a
yeah.
good shout if we were still doing squeeze of the week.
Yeah, but anyway,
well,
that
fuck
just
with
seems
the
to be
week
something.
anyway.
So Friday, do you want me to do this now? Do you?
No, I'm just working out if I need. I think this new.
lighter'll
I
have
think
to
this
go.
new. No, well, this new blower.
Ooh, that one hasn't been swimming.
This new dog and bone.
We'll just turn it
has
off, mate. It's all
order-
good.
Oh, right.
But the Friday night, they've rescheduled for the rest of the card,
Yeah, okay.
basically. So I
Friday
reckon it's
night
going to work
racing.
out better for them.
Surely it does.
Oh, nah, maybe not. Because like that Saturday we went, it was off its head. It was
was
so
mayhem.
many people.
Well,
Fuck yeah.
does whoever's running the show need a good kick up the freck, and they
I
need
don't
to
know,
change it?
something
Maybe.
needs to happen.
Well, I'm sure they'd listen to the podcast. So
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll have to send old mate out there, fucking on his way in. We'll send him out there to give him a good serve.
a good
I'm
nick.
looking forward to it. It'd be good to watch on a Friday night. Actually, I think
Fucking
the
oath.
2-year-old classic is on at about 6:00 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah,
and that's
prime.
like race 2 of the night.
That'll
And
be
then
good.
There's a few more. So,
Unreal.
big fields, obviously. Not the ideal preparation to have to go to the races. You're absolutely wound up, ready to win, and then, come back on Friday.
yeah,
And yeah, the other one was some huge names. So we spoke about the Punch Show at the beginning of this one, how we're keen as for the new season of the Punch Show and
Fuck yeah.
everything. And just to get you just a little, give
the
yourself
balls
a little,
tingling.
get a little tickle down
bit of
there.
half chub.
Big names, trials at the rate on Friday. Lots of Chris Waller runners. So, Fangirl, Manal, linebacker, after he'd been gelded. Remember linebacker had his rod out?
Yes.
In the fucking
That's
parade
right.
ring.
Yeah, so
Yes.
they went on.
Just
He had the
before-
fucking absolute leg hanging
Just
off him.
before the Golden Rose, obviously went no good. All eyes on him at this trial. A Tissue, Switzerland, IME, Via Sistina. They're all back at the
Household
trials.
names, friends
All
of the show.
at the trials on Friday.
See, I'm pumped because this season, at the start of last year, and I still have no fucking idea what I'm talking about when it comes to racing, but I actually
no
know
one
so
does.
many of those names.
But you
now.
recognise
Yeah.
names, and yeah,
Yeah, it's
more of a
exciting because I'm
sport.
like, ooh.
Yeah.
Well, every time you say one of these horses, I'm like, fuck yeah.
When
let's
you
go.
recognise names, it becomes, for me, I know that it became more of a sport
Yeah.
than just like, oh, I'll just throw some money at
For
this
sure,
that I
man.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's a genuine interest.
Yeah.
And last but not least, should have done this first, Zamoya, our colt who's
Our
with
boy.
Annabelle Neesham. He's currently still in work, strengthening up with each bit of work, and he's going to be put under the pump in the next couple of weeks. In the next probably 2-3 weeks, the pressure's going to be put on him to
Yeah.
see how he responds, and then that'll determine whether he goes back out the paddock or we go to a trial. or
That's
something.
right.
So
And that's what sort of Cam was saying, hey, Gropes, is that it's like it's all up to him.
Yeah, yeah,
However
yeah,
he
yeah,
reacts
yeah,
to the
yeah.
work that it's getting
Yep.
put into him
Yep.
is what they'll do.
And then just quickly on him as well, don't know if you saw, but lot number 185 at the sales on whatever
Last
day,
Wednesday,
whatever
was
day
it?
that was. Lot number 185 is a Bay filly, sired by Written Tycoon, and away game was the Dam. Is a 3/4 relation to our colt, Zamoya.
3 out of 4
So they've got
grandparents, wasn't
3
it?
out of 4 grandparents. So Written Tycoon's grandparents, obviously, and then away game. Away game's mother also had Pippa Charlotte, who's the mother of our
Yeah.
colt. Went for 1.8 million. So the cousin.
It's a lot of dough.
So, how's that for a steal, boys?
yeah. We've got
just
your
stolen.
$1.8 million horse for a lot fucking less.
Pretty much. You know?
Basically.
Yeah.
Bit of
I don't know.
Timu version we got you.
Yeah. GHK.
I don't know if you saw this thing parade, but yes. It looked
But
good.
that's nice to know, though. It's better than being absolutely no
Fucking
relation
oath
to
it
our
is.
horse.
Yeah.
I think it's fantastic. I
Yeah,
was over the
brilliant.
moon.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
fucking oath.
With that. So, yeah, a little bit of news. More to come on him in the next couple of weeks, obviously.
Yep.
Right. Let's do the dart, eh?
Right, okay.
Better dart of the week. It's back. First one of the year, actually, this is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know if Betr are going to be able to put this up as a market. If they don't, we'll just fucking do this
Yeah,
and,
yous know what
and
it is.
pump it out and
Yeah.
get behind the horse that the dart hits.
Listeners
So,
exclusive.
are we doing race 2? Are we doing the 2-year-old classic?
Yeah. Gold Coast Race 2. I think you've got 20 runners.
So,
in it.
what is number 21, though?
Number 21 is Insane Lady.
Yeah, but what-
number 18 has been scratched.
Righto.
So 21 is
Is 18. Righto. Are we doing left-handed? Shut the eyes. still?
Oh, fuck yeah, we are, mate.
Fuck
That
it.
camera's awfully close. Don't
What
break
about
it,
if
mate. Don't
I
break it.
miss? One of you's got to go.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no faith in yourself.
No.
I don't
Hang
miss.
on. Righto. I'm ready.
Oh, is that in?
I don't think it is.
Oh, it's just outside 60.
Has that even got the flight on it?
Nah, it fell off.
Righto. I'll go again.
There we,
Oh, there
go.
we go.
7.
7, 8.
Number
we go.
7
Number
is
7.
Gate 20, probably.
Ol. Number 7 is
Ole.
Ole. Yeah,
That'll probably work.
Ol. Very Australian. Big I was thinking Big Ol. So, number 7, Big Ol
Come on,
at a
tell
barrier
us.
3,
Ooh.
paying $17. Tommy Berry, the jockey, Big Bezza, and then you've
Straub.
got Bjorn Baker training. So it had a win, not last start before that at Wyong.
Was that first up?
No, it
Is he
wasn't.
third up peaking?
He's
No.
4th up, I
Oh,
think.
that's peaking, though.
So,
Sort of
but oi,
peaking.
we're not the car park.
No.
And there's definitely worse horses than Big Hole. You've got
Love the name,
You've got
too.
a $7. You got 3 $7 favourites. So
Oh,
you're getting
bullshit.
value
Oh,
for fucking
nice.
Value out the
anything.
hole.
Value at the wild
Value
Zoo.
out the big hole.
Yeah, the big hole, and we've got the big hole.
Bjorn
So-
Baker, Tommy Berry. I love it.
Look, if Betr can get it to us this week, jump on that. And if they don't, just fucking get on the big
Yeah, hopefully we get a little top 5 or something.
Yeah, and if,
see
like
how
we
we
said,
go.
just see how it goes. But
If this
Big Hole's
wins,
the
can
horse
we
to win.
actually, we need to start a petition if this wins to change his name to Big Hole.
Yeah.
It
Or
can't
just-
be O-Ole.
Well, look, there's nicknames for a reason, Jay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And that's his.
I just love his legal name,
Yeah.
Big Hole.
Big Hole.
Yeah, I love nicknames.
Oh, good stuff.
Awesome. So we're going to the classic. I love that.
It is actually
Good
quite
stuff.
a good race for a dart. Usually we do tap highways.
Yeah.
So this
That's
is
great. There
a
was
bit of a
heaps of
step
big
up.
fields.
It was.
Right, well, that's all from me on the racing front. There is heaps more to come on Zamoya in the next few
He's
weeks,
winding
though.
up.
Yeah, he's winding up the turbo.
Oh, that's right. Our man fucking Chucky is still kicking hole in the Dakar Rally.
He's still winning?
Yep. He's winning overall. So, fun fact for you guys, Daniel Sanders, also known as Chucky, is the first rider to win 5 stages in a single Dakar since his fellow Australian Toby Price in 2016.
Wow.
That too was on a KTM and ended with Price taking overall victory. Can he do it? Can he follow in the footsteps? So another after the 8th stage, the most recent one as we're recording, Chucky is currently leading by 11 minutes. The 8th stage, he had to lead the navigation like we were talking about last time. Obviously, work your way through. You get to the top, you'd lose a couple of spots because people can follow you.
Yep.
But he's doing really well, mate. Leading overall still up by 11 minutes and just fucking doing a good job. Making us all proud. I think, there's 12 stages all up. So,
Hoping, pray and see, but we've got a very good start to us. That's all we're gonna
right,
say.
man. He's kicking ass. The only times he hasn't sort of won a stage is when he's had to fucking lead it, and then people overtake.
I
and
wonder
then
if he's
just
got any more
smashing it.
leads to go.
Well, it just depends how he goes in the stages, I think.
Oh, is
like
that
if
how it
you
works?
I'm pretty sure if you work your way up through it, sort of thing, and then you kick off the stage. So there's a fair bit of strategy, I think, involved in that,
Yep.
like over that distance and time and stuff. And he's just really kicking ass, man. He's dialed in, and just that stat before, like you know how good Toby Price was doing on the bike there. The fact that he's leveled that. And he's still got 4 stages to go, or whatever.
Pretty
It's
fucking
or
remarkable.
3 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We're not
Like-
going to jump the gun, but he's trending, and we're just going to say he's doing brilliant right now.
Yeah, oi,
That's all
fuckheads.
he's doing.
I have not
He's-
put one
yeah.
bet on.
Oh,
I have
Tom,
not
you
given
fucked
anyone anything. And I'm just all about supporting this legend. So
Yeah, we're not going to not support him because we're worried about
2025
jinxing him.
is the year of us not stopping everything.
Yeah, we don't break, like we break the hoodoo, pretty much.
So
We
anyway,
we
I
let
just want to
everything win.
give a massive shout out to him.
Yeah.
Keep fucking pushing, brother. You're doing a great job.
Fucking
So
oath.
I'm just pumped. I've been following along for the first time in any sort of motorsport.
I think
or
I'm
whatever.
more pumped that you are involved and
Well,
invested in motorsports.
just knowing him so well, like I said, he's a fucking good mate of mine. I've got to know him really well, and to see someone who's just a normal cunt like that, like a proper
Yeah.
genuine normal cunt, absolutely kicking hole
At
on
that
one
level
of the,
too.
Yeah, and you just go, fuck me, go
Yeah.
cunt.
Yeah,
Like,
just an average Joe from
Legend
Australia
man.
that you know.
yeah,
and they get to
stand
go at
up,
that level.
dude, just fucking kicking ass.
Yeah,
so
it makes
I
it
just,
special.
Yeah, I just hope he keeps going, man.
Brilliant
it's good
stuff,
shit.
Chucky.
Bloody oath.
CTC. Big
Yep.
supporter of ours, mate.
CTC.
Fucking CTC on the dome there,
I've got him
Gropes.
on the dome.
That's right, mate. And you should have them on your dome. And if you don't, give yourself a fucking uppercut. Head to thecountrycompanies.com if you want to get one of their designs. There's heaps there. They're fucking great. And if you want to design your very own, head to countrytruckercaps.com.
Am I a bit late behind the ball here? But I saw a video of Knuckles saying, buy a hat and you go into the draw for 2 people to go to Vegas for the open round.
Mate, every month he's got something
He's
cool
doing
going
something.
on.
I did
That's
see
right.
that
And all it
recent one.
is, if you just buy a CTC hat, you go into the draw, and
Mm-hmm.
if you have a company that gets the hats made, that's the other draw. So
Oh,
there's
yeah.
2 every month.
Yeah.
So you're fucking going to buy one anyway. He gives them cool
Exactly.
shit.
So
So
just for
I
doing
could
that.
go in twice by getting Reggie hats made for the company and then one for myself.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
well, fucking oath you could. Goes in the draw.
Imagine that. Yeah,
You
Gripes has won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, big
Oh,
Joy.
Tommy won the other one.
Oh, what are the fucking odds?
And Jace is staying home.
Jace won fuck all. But anyway, shout out to him. He's a big supporter of ours, mate. He's with Cam actually at the moment doing his chopper license. Scares fuck out of me.
Well, you know what'll be happening? Young Cameron Lowry will be getting about 4 million hours up before I get in the fucking cut with him.
Yeah. You need some experience.
Fucking oath. But anyway, who is our captain of the week, boys? We've got a lot going on in the cricket, the Big Bash.
Yeah.
We did say a few.
There's
we
only
discussed-
one who can't possibly get it
Yeah,
yet.
that's right.
but other than that-
yeah, exactly.
Like Smudge's 100 was pretty good.
That was pretty epic.
Yeah.
I
We
thought-
discussed Sidzi until we discovered
I'd have struggled to give a
Surely,
vegan. I'd have struggled to give a vegan the captain on the Reggies.
What about, okay, well, there you go. This should be perfect then. What about Linny going
That's it, boys.
batting, not fielding because his hammy was a bit tight?
Yeah.
That's the
That's
most
the
Reggie
winner.
move
Look,
ever.
usually when we give captain of the week, it's something remarkable and we
Yep.
celebrate greatness. But this is just what we are and what the fucking
where we're
show
going
is.
this year.
It's probably the most
right up our alley.
captain
Where we're
ever.
going.
It's right up our alley.
Yep.
Fucking
Well,
oath.
good on you,
That's
Lenny.
for
Fucking
sure.
oath.
You've won fuck all, man.
Yeah. You've
Apart from you've
Yeah.
won the captain of the week.
You've won our absolute respect.
That's
Fucking
right.
oath.
Fucking-
Yeah, he already had it, but even more now.
You already had it, but you've got the respect of
A few
fucking
more stars on his
thousands
badge.
now.
Good on you, brother.
yeah.
Fucking
That was
oath. Hey,
elite.
good on Common Ground Brewing. Brewery
Yeah,
for getting
bloody
on
oath.
board too. It's
Jimmy, get in there, get down to Milton
Jimbo.
Common, have a beer, say the Reggies sent you in.
Yep.
And yeah,
Spread the good
more to
word.
come next week on what we're going to do with him
Yep.
coming up
Stay
this
tuned.
year.
That's right. And we still got to discuss between us a bit too. A couple of little tweaks and fun stuff for the Punch Show.
Yep.
It's going to be bigger than last year and it's going to be fun as fuck again. And yeah, plenty of fun stuff for the Reggies this year. Thanks
Yeah.
heaps for supporting us, guys, and good luck getting back into the swing of things.
Yeah, they're all
Fucking
into
oath.
it. They never stop, these boys.
Yeah,
No,
that's
they
right.
really
They
don't
never
do
stop.
that.
Righto, we'll see you next Wednesday.
All right.